Hey everybody, welcome back to Hex Token, your host Superman, and of course the markets, man oh man, it is red out there, and of course we're going to check all it out, everything crypto prices, and of course we're going to get into our favorite tokens as well, Hex, and of course Hedron, Maxi, PLSD, P33, PulseDoge, you get it. We're going to talk about it as well as a few other things, and just a little possible caution out there about one of the sacrifices. Just be careful. We're going to talk about that a bit later, just briefly, just to make sure people are, not getting caught out by that. So hopefully that's going to be a bit of fun. Get into the chat, folks. Say hello, and of course we're going to have a good time. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell, of course, and also hit that like button. So let's see if we can do 100 likes during the live stream. Going to be pretty cool. Of course, here we are on nomics.com. And of course, they're all pretty much the same, but we're going to see where we lie on that as well. It's now's in the house with the massive rocket setup. James Bond as well, and Michael Saylor is going to be having some sleepless nights. I would say so, James Bond. I would say so. Now the key point is 30,000, and of course, Bitcoin closes under 30,000. That would be quite the full bear market on the run there. We could see the Bitcoin testing the downside. So the bear flag might have been in place for Bitcoin, so we will see. Obviously, there's a lot of things happening with the Federal Reserve, interest rates, inflation, the vote on Russia and oil supplies, and all that sort of stuff, all happening at once. The equity markets under a bit of a jittery. So a lot of stuff here. Now, we talked about this back in February, that this volatility was going to come up in the next few months, and of course, this is what we're seeing, the volatility in place. So no surprises, really. Just part of what we expected, but of course we'll see how far this goes. 30,000 is the key line for Bitcoin, so let's see what happens. But yeah, Saylor probably is having some sleepless nights. DB's in the house. Hey, greetings from parts unknown. Hey DB, good to see you in the house there. Sandeep from Calcutta, India, big shout out to you. Always great to have Sandeep in there. Of course, Mr. Faraj also drops into the channel from Calcutta, India as well. So it's great to have such a good audience from India. I do appreciate the support, and of course, big shout out to you guys. Ashtree's in the house as well. Yippee ki says Ashtray. Yippee okay. You didn't finish off the line. That's pretty cool. This is a family channel. We try to keep it that way as much as possible. That's funny, Ashtray. Donatello's in the house there with a cool name, Donatello. Woohoo! And good to see you in the house there. It's now. It's pretty happy as well. And of course, awesome stuff. Now, if you haven't got to Discord, hit the link in the video description below. Get into Discord for sure. Donatello has got the right spirit there. Let's go, Superman, absolutely. And Ashtray in the house as well, looking good. So, folks, just get into the chat. Say hello. This is all about community, ultimately. We're all sharing the same journey. Pulsechain is coming. What cryptos have that, right? Directly speaking, obviously, the founder of Hex is the founder of Pulsechain and PulseX. It is exciting to be part of that ecosystem that Richard is building out. Now, Richard said that this year, 2022, is the year of infrastructure. So that's what he's going to be building. Obviously, he's got a roadmap coming up in the future. He's already got one dev working on the wallet. That looks like it's going to be pretty exciting. Obviously, lots of things on the roadmap. Technically, either he's going to do it or people in the community will do it, from aggregation to compounding to margin trading to limit orders, which we're expecting on PulseX, to obviously the wallet, exchange, coin listing sites, all that sort of stuff coming. So it's going to be pretty cool on top of this infrastructure build. So it's going to be pretty nice. As Nano says, Superman is a boss. Is a boss man. Hey, that's pretty funny. That's Nano. I appreciate the sentiment though. Actually here live says MTD. How are we feeling? We are feeling good, man. The strong arm is in place. I like that. And Hex Force in house out. Woohoo! So everybody, Hex Force is in. And Crypto Token as well. Woohoo! Hex Token, I have a question. Which project do you think will be most beneficial to Pulsechain? To be honest, Crypto Token, I think I've said it a few times, and I do believe Liquid Loans is the premier third-party token on Pulsechain. Remember, this coming 4 to 8 weeks after Pulsechain mainnet launches, and of course, it's leverage lending. They have got a very good team, talented. They've got the devs, they've got marketers, they've got security, they've got analysis, strategy. They've got the YouTube channel of Matt doing a great job. And of course, they're here to build for the long term, right? So they're here to build for the long term. They're going to have a lot of added value stuff that we haven't seen. I imagine it's going to come in. We already know about the Gnosis Safe optionality for the public. And of course, I expect to see a lot more stuff there. Potentially exchanges, fiat gateways. Obviously, the stable coin could become the premier stable coin. I suspect that will be. It's going to be asset backed by Pulse. I do believe, obviously, with the $46 million of real money sacrificed compared to some other sacrifice out there that's claiming that, I think it's a pretty big deal. So, yeah, I think they're here to stay. I think they're going to be big. And I do think that they're going to, put some of that money that they got sacrificed back into the ecosystem. So, obviously, no expectations from the work of others, but really have, they're saying it and they seem to be doing it. We are waiting. Jesse, the pit boss, has said that the testnet and sacrifice balances are likely to come together, possibly within 1 or 2 weeks. That was a couple of days back now, so maybe that's maybe half a week to a week and a half away. So we do see that. Now, if Pulsechain does come out, that will be a pretty tight fit there. If Pulsechain is coming out sooner than later, obviously with that time frame. So we'll see how that plays out. They may have enough time if we do get a sort of 23rd to 26th type of date of May launch. Obviously, if we get into early June, 2nd, 3rd of June, they'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, that's probably where I feel about that crypto token. Good question, man. Idle generations in house up, peoples. Rango's in there too. Hey, all good to see you in house. And SKB Wood SKB, woohoo! First channel member ever. SKB, haven't seen you for a while. SKB, you must have been busy. Wood to you, mate. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun, folks. Good to see SKB, the first channel member here on Hex Token. Big shout out to you, man. Great to see you in the chat, and you've been away for a while. Always good to see you back. A money magnet man's in the house there, Diamond Heart. Woohoo! Ready to buy Hex. Yes, that's right. Hex is looking attractive. I've been looking at that too. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Hex price coming up. So we're going to talk about the support levels and all that sort of stuff. So stay tuned for that. It's coming up pretty quickly. Crypto Token says, thank you, Hex Token. You're welcome. And Anthony's in the house there. Skipes, let's go Hex. Awesome stuff there. And great to see a few new faces in the channel as well. Hey, let's get into it, folks. This is Bitcoin. I'll try and leave a timestamp afterwards. I have been a bit slack on my timestamps, but I'll try and get back onto that. I was doing pretty well up to a point, but I'm doing a lot of live streams, so here we go. Now, remember, it takes about 7 hours for all the chat and stuff to upload to YouTube and YouTube to get live streams get loaded up. So it does take a few hours there. All right, we got Bitcoin there at 33,753. Man, oh man, this only 4 days or so ago, this was 39,500. Our times have changed. Welcome to crypto. That's the way it goes. Now, Ethereum, of course, $2,468. And of course, that was touching, teetering on 3,000 back with Bitcoin. So some crazy stuff there. Ethereum holding its USDT, Tether holding its peg at $1. And of course, we've got Binance Coin there, 351. At the moment, and of course they're all down pretty similar percentages at the moment. 351 for Binance Coin, USDC holding its peg $1, and of course XRP at 56.8 cents, Solana at 75.63 cents there, Cardano at 71 cents, and of course Hex sitting at their number 9. Woohoo! On Nomics, well done, and of course holding its place in the top 10 there, 16.7 cents at the moment. Obviously down 9%. But it's actually been holding up. Only just started to go down, right? We had a nice run on X, and it managed to get stuck at resistance in the second wave. So we had that through 2 value waves, and it got stuck on the second one. And of course, had some liquidity resistance as well in the liquidity pools. We saw that yesterday when I showed that between 20 and about 21.5 cents. There was quite a bit of liquidity there. On the sell side, so a bit of a wall, as you say. We would have to have powered through that. Terra Luna, of course, $62.76. Where are they buying? Bitcoin? They're supposed to be buying $10 billion. Last buy they did was on the 15th of April, and of course they were still sitting at about 1.5 billion. I was going to bring up their wallet address. I've got it on another computer, but I'm going to bring that up, and let's have a look here. I'm going to jump through this. Now, there we are, Luna wallet. Let's just let that render up there. Hey, grab yourself a coffee or something. Sit back and relax. We're going to be here for at least an hour and a half. So get into that, man. We've got a lot to say on this one. So they're still sitting on 42,530 Bitcoin. It's currently worth $1.4 billion, obviously, with the market pullback there. And they still have not done any further transactions since the 15th of April, where they bought 124 Bitcoin. So they're well short of their 10 billion so far. Obviously, they're going to have a particular strategy, Luna, and we'll see where they end up there. So there's the Terra USD there, and that's sitting just below peg of $1. 99.8 cents. So that's the Terra stable coin, USDT, UST, I should say. And that's pretty much Binance USD sitting at $1 peak, holding there. And if that's about it, so Dogecoin at 12.2, Polkadot 13, Avalanche at 51. And that's where that's sitting at the stage. So cool. I'm not going to go any further than the top 15, but obviously see I've read there, and that's where we are at the stage. So let's jump in and have a closer look at Bitcoin, since we're doing a market correction video as the first half. Then we're going to get on to our ecosystem tokens, Hex and everything else. So obviously down there on the price there, let's have a look at the volumes. We can see we got the number rank, of course, Bitcoin 641.84 billion. We got the volume at 48.85, so 49 up 18%. Circulating supply at 19 million Bitcoin. Always good to remember that to your head. Obviously, it's only ever going to be 21 million. They say that about 4 million is actually lost and 1 million is in Satoshi's Genesis wallet. So that really doesn't mean there's that much around. If you take 5 million off that, that's 14 million in circulation. Obviously, only so much of that actually hits the market each year. And of course, we're going to have a emission curve running all the way out to 2141, I think it is. I had 2121, but I think it's 2141. And of course, most of the tokens will be out in the next couple of halvings. So that's the emission halvings for the block. So it's going to be interesting to see that. We've got obviously B grade there, but anyway, here's the main stuff here. The last hour down 0.5%, 1 day down 2.5. This is the big number here, down 12.69% for the week, and then 21 for the month, 42% for the year. Wow. So not a great one there. So if you're a Bitcoin Maxi, look at these results, kind of speak for themselves at the moment. So there we are. And at the moment, of course, we're sitting up here with the price chart in the last week. Let me just go to the month and then week. We're going to go to the month, here, the week here. So we're sitting here just here on the 6th of May. Look at this come down. almost $40,000, and we've come way back down between the 5th of May and the 9th of May. Isn't that incredible? 4 days or so, that's come down so far. It's unbelievable on that price correction there. And the bottom hit here about 33, 480 or something like that. So pretty big deal there. Like I say, for the last week, we are down 12% or so. That's a pretty big deal. So I think we're down about 16% here at the moment, and that's a big rough there. Let's jump over to Ethereum. Ethereum, of course, is obviously ranked number 2, 297 billion market cap there. Obviously, this is what's being forked by Pulsechain. Pulsechain is forking Ethereum, and of course, this is kind of our target valuation at this stage. How much percentage of this valuation can we get? And of course, we're not looking at just hitting it. We want to surpass it, right? How long will that take us to do? All unknown questions, right? Empirical questions, as we say. But there we are. Volume up 8% to 24 billion. Circulating supply 20,704,000. And obviously, when we have the AIM bot, it's going to be harvesting the ETH pairs on Ethereum, and of course, harvesting that on multiple dexes, including Uniswap 2 and 3. So it's going to harvest that and put that into our PulseX for our trading. So it's going to be pretty cool. Locking away the LP. It's going to be nice. So anyway, that's the results at the moment. Obviously, it's about a 1.2 million to 1 ratio. So it's going to be pretty neat. And of course, the last hour we're down 60, just under 0.06%, just over 0.5% there. Day down 3.2. The week is almost 14% down. And of course, the month 24%, 1 year 37%. Obviously, the most of that decrease the last year is in the last month. And of course, people have been talking about that quite a bit with the BTC bear flag trap. And of course, look at this for same on the 6th of May, down. We were up here at just under 3,000, and now we're down at 2,467. So pretty massive correction. That is the markets. And of course, if we look at Hex at the moment, Hex has kind of responded to that a little bit there with a bit of a sell-off here itself. Now, we had 2 good rallies. We pushed down from 9.4 to 11.5 cents. That was our defense line here. We managed to push out through this first value level here between 11.5 cents and say 14 cents. We managed to pile out through there. And of course, we breached this descending triangle here back on the 30th of April. and pushed higher. So that was very bullish. And indeed, it did do a bullish run. We went into the second value layer there between 15.5 and say 18.5, 19 cents. And we started pushing against that next level there at 20 cents. And of course, we failed to break that. We do have liquidity walls inside the Uniswap version 3 on the pools there. And of course, that is between 20 and 21.5 cents there. We had to buy through that. We didn't have enough gas to get through that after 2 big waves breaking out. And now we're pulled out with the market correction. We finally caved a little bit here. And of course, people started selling on top of each other to do that. And of course, now we're down to 16.5 cents here. Let's zoom in on the hourly. And of course, we're going to close up on this. We only got about 6 days to go to the middle of May for Pulsechain 50/50. And of course, another almost 2 weeks to go for 75% chance of, say, the 23rd of May. So that's kind of the timeline there. But here we are on the hourly. Of course, this has actually been tracking pretty well. It's been tracking, unfortunately, to the downside, but we're tracking pretty well to the upside for most of the time. And of course, you got our support back here, started the 27th. And of course, that was holding up pretty well there. I have to undo that. How do I undo that? I don't know how to undo that. I'm going to fix that up later. I don't know where I had that, 15.8, I think it was. So we had higher lows, and of course, higher lows up here. We finally breached down through here. And of course, I had to move the uptrend, and the uptrend has continued to move. So now is here, and we have breached the support line here. So we breached that too. This is our new support line. So very weak support. As I said, this was the first support line at 16.8 cents. Our net support line was 15.8. And of course, this is based on this support here. And of course, this is where we're at the moment. So nothing's inevitable. But at this stage, we broke down through the first one, 60.8. This is really our solid support here, 15.5 to 15.8 cents. And this is the top of that range. So all goes well. We'll bounce back off this and have another go, have a bit of a breather. Hopefully the market cools down, stops correcting further with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we'll just have to hope that it doesn't completely keep caving. Obviously, typically when it does start caving, it can have a decent run over 5-7 days. It can go bang, 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 down a couple of $1,000 each day. And so far, we've seen that since, the 6th of May down to the, 9th or so. So, that's 3 days or so. It could go 4 or 5 days in a row. So we'll see how far it wants to correct. Obviously, this is a crypto. I keep saying that, crypto is just as good as the last marginal price, basically what the last person is willing to trade for. Obviously, AMMs are different from centralized exchange ledgers, where you have the sellers at the top and the buyers at the bottom. And of course, you have in AMMs, you have the liquidity pools move a little bit differently with the price, right? So if the pool goes out of the supply side, it all gets spread over the price curve. So we'll see what happens with that in terms of the AMM can move a lot more fluidly, in my view. So we'll see how we go there. 2,400 on Ethereum, and of course a big Hex here holding this line at the moment. Pretty critical to hold 15.8 in my view. We really don't want to break down into that first value, because we already, like I say, 11.5 to 14 cents. We pushed through that value level, and then we pushed all the way through to the next level, and between 15.5, 18.5, and of course we don't really want to breach the 15.5 cent and go back down to the other level, because we already just come into the second level. We wanted to actually breach up into past 20 to 22 cents, and of course that the higher we are before Pulsechain, and if Richard gives us some gamification around that, maybe 3 or 4 days, then that would be really cool. If he doesn't, and he just does the snapshot and says, hey, it's already been done, you're either in it or you weren't. And of course, the chain's going to be is live now. The AMM bot is run, so get on board, start doing whatever you're going to do in the first day or two. Then that's what we'll see. But at the moment, of course, trying to hold this line here, and let's hope that we get another go of just calming down, and then our chance to move up there on to take that 20 cent mark again. Obviously, that can happen if there's a big buy comes in. They can change the sentiment despite what's happening in crypto market. They could come and do that, so we'll see if that happens as well. It's always the wild card, as it were, in Hex. We've seen that many times. Even when the sentiment of the crypto market's down, the market can, big buy comes in and changes the sentiment around for Hex. So that's cool. Let us jump over to Hedron. Hedron is at 1366. Maxi is at 46.71, so it's got a nice premium. Now this was actually negative before, but this is actually recouping faster. Obviously this has a lot of momentum. People are valuing this pretty well at the moment, so this is holding up pretty cool at the moment for Maxi, so congratulations for that. Like I said, it's not past the 10-day test yet, so maybe another 12 days here, what I say. I think past the 12th, if it can hold this. Obviously, it's holding up at the moment during the crypto market retrace. So it's looking pretty good so far. But like I say, I'd like to see it go past 10-day test there. And, of course, the PLSD, $2.68, coming back a little bit there. That was actually holding up okay, around $2.80. It's coming down. Obviously, PLSD is the airdrop, and Hedron, it's also got an airdrop if you're a Hex staker. And, of course, PLSD if you're staking before the 20th of April. P33 on the chain, 47 point, almost 48 cents on P. That's actually had a rebound since we did our last live stream. Remember, we're in that red candle there, but it's got 47.88. So we're down at 46. Yesterday we're at 50 cents, 51 cents, I think. And of course, we're just halfway between that at the moment with a green candle on P33. Now, this is on the Binance Smart Chain, the BNB. So just remember, this is going to be airdropped by the team rather than being copied over in the fork for Ethereum. So if you get any of these projects that are on BSC, they will be copied by the team and airdropped. So cool. And PulseDoge, of course, the original meme coin, is sitting at 1 cent and holding pretty well, actually, given the circumstances. So that's pretty cool. Now, the ETH gas fees have been pretty attractive lately. So if you've been wanting to do staking, unstaking, things like that, that's a good place to do it. I'm going to leave it on here for just a little bit while I go through some of the comments. So let me know how you're feeling about certain things or your views. MF in the house there. Hello, glad to catch a stream before bedtime. At night time in the PST, says MF. Hey, good to see you as well. Always a pleasure. And it's Nana says, so you're the one who bet me. It's Kate. Good on you, says it's Nana. Yeah. Morris is in the house. Hi, guys, back in the house. Woohoo! And Rango says, smash the like. You definitely smashed the like there. Let's have a look. We were at 30 likes. Yes, definitely smash the likes. Just have a fed. Go boop, 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 boop. Smash those likes, folks, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Ash Trees in the house says Hex is the best stable coin. It is really. I mean, it moves around. It's not the most stable coin, but it's the most coolest variable stable coin. To put it that way. Anthony Scrapper says, here we go, guys. Time to win. Hex all the way. RH, we love you, man. Absolutely, Anthony. And g'day, mate, says crypto arts. I love that name. It's a pretty catchy. And of course, mixed martial arts is the usual phrase. Katie's in the house there. Woo! Miles and crypto's up as well. Hey, what's up, Hexagon homies? And Anthony says, number 9, let's effing go, says Anthony. And of course, Miles says, I bought in Hex today just a little bit at 70.25. Nice. So look at this Gwei at the moment. Super, super good. Swap on version 3. Uniswap about $11.39. Let's refresh that because it's a little bit laggy on here. Oh, wow. Only $6. Sorry. 13 Gwei at the moment. $6. OMG. If you want to do a transaction, if you want to unstake a Hex stake or anything like that, make a new stake, it's only $6 at the moment. Like to do a swap. If you want to swap tokens, OMG, that's so good. If you want to claim Hedron, it's super cheap now. If you want to do anything, this is pretty cheap. 14 Gwei, man, oh man. That's pretty awesome. So get into that, folks. That just popped up there right now as we speak. So if you've got something that's moving around a little bit there, but still relatively low, anything under 30, 40 is not too bad. And of course, under 20 is a bit of a steal these days on Ethereum. Cool. Get this people are probably logging onto their wallets, doing stuff right now. It's just the way it goes. All right, so we're going to jump back to the Hex price there. Leave it on there for a moment while I catch up on the comments. I can't hear the ducks as it's now. I'm pretty sure they're on. Yeah, they're on. The ducks are on. I'm not sure what their level are. Let's check the ducks there. 16 there. They're on the normal one there. Maybe just need to turn up the volume a little bit there. All right, let's go to the comments. Hex is the GOAT, says DB Cooper. Well said. And Mr. Froz from India. As I was talking about you earlier, Mr. Froz. So good to see you, Mr. Froz. And DB says, hey, Mr. Froz, I do think you should catch up with, catching up with, I think it's Sandeep. Let me just jump to the top here. I've got to remember there, Sandeep from in Calcutta also. So maybe you guys should catch up there if you're free to for a coffee and talk about the Pulsechain and X. DB House in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo! Francis also pretty excited and with the hearts there. I love it. Crypto Tycoon says once Pulsechain and third party launch Do you think it will have its own market rhythm? I do. Crypto Tycoon. I actually think that it could actually help recharge the whole crypto space, Crypto Tycoon. Most current projects follow BTC. Yeah. No, I definitely think it's going to be an absolute juggernaut earthquake in crypto, Pulsechain ramping up. Absolutely. But like I say, I do want the markets to hold up their value. I certainly don't want Bitcoin to go into 30. That's not ideal. So, yeah, definitely want the asset value. Remember, people have got assets, people have got incomes, and of course, we want both of those to be fairly healthy. So that all flows into Pulsechain as a better value. And Master Kane's in the house. Hex Token channel member. Yeah, love the emoji. And DJ Paul is there as well. The carrots. Love it. And carrots is what is the Hex payments. Petitia is the kind of carrots. It's now still got the 3rd of June at 9 o'clock RH time. So it's now for the Pulsechain launch. So you've held pretty clear to that. You know, the more every time you type that in, the more time I think you're going to be right there. Every time you do that, I think you might having some psychological effect on me. Mr. Frost says, "What could BTC bottom?" We don't know. We just don't know at this stage. It is really, really tromping out here. There will be TA charts on people doing that at this time. So, if we took out the whole thing, let me do year to date on here. Let's have a look where we are on year to date. And so, yeah, look, we're breaking down below all that year to date there. We had a kind of a false bull flag, a bear flag there. And at the moment, that's where we're at. So this way, so let's take the all chart and see all the data there. We have got here, so what's that? 30,000. 30,000 is kind of our next, maybe 32 there. We've got a bit of support there on the chart there, but 30K is the ultimate, man. That is the ultimate there, Mr. Farage, on that one. So that's probably where I'd put it. 32 and 30. Kind of the support line, so maybe 32. But let's hopefully we hold here and maybe we'll get a bit of a bounce back. I'm not feeling too good about that at this stage, but hey, we may very well get that. Look at that sharp fall there, pretty intense. We had the sharp fall here, moved back up and so forth. This is what I was kind of worried about, this whole pattern here. I did talk about that way back when we come back here as well. After we started rising, that we'd get a shape looking like this. You got that kind of a head and shoulders there, pretty ugly looking head and shoulders, but nevertheless, kind of a head and shoulders there. And when it's in red font, it looks kind of scary, doesn't it? When it's on the red font there. So cool. Let's jump over to Hex Hex again. Hex at 16.5. Of course, people sell over the top of each other. Let's have a look at the trades here. This is on version 3 here. We did get quite a bit of buying in here, but it's actually some of these bigger wallets, right? So this is the problem. Once we get some selling, some of the bigger wallets that are sitting on liquid bags, they can sell into that. So cool. Yeah. Did I actually save? Can't remember if I saved the address today. No, I didn't. I should have saved that address. I didn't actually look. We might check that later for the 3 Arrows account. So yeah, 16.5 cents there at the moment. We've got quite a few buys in there, but it's not big enough to offset the sellers at this stage. Let's get into some of the comments here. When bounce back? Yeah, when bounce back. Well, I think maybe we could have another day or two of this, but a good chance it will slow down. So I'm going to break 30. If we go to 32 and then go to 30, that would be 2 days in my view. So we'll see how we get on with that. DCA dollar cost average every day. I'm talking about Bitcoin here. We're talking about Rango says DCA every pay. Says Rango, yeah, definitely. And when Pulsechain comes, I think a lot of people are going to be doing that. Let's get into it. DB Cuba and his whales are playing with Hex price. Get ready for explosion upwards. I hope. Yeah, DB. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at that. I used to do that all the time, looking at who's selling, but I haven't been looking at. Let's just pick up the whales chart. Whales bot is probably the easiest way of looking at that. Hopefully, I won't get the denied here. I got denied again. I hate it. I really got to do a log on here. Believe me, I did have a quick look at trying to do it. We've got 4 hours there. Well, I couldn't see anything there anyway, but we'll come back to that later on. Arango says agree, not for a while though. Yeah. Francis now with the hearts and the nice and the what's the green circles. That's very creative of you, Francis. Brendan says hoping market makers can hold the 16.8 level. Yeah, unfortunately, we're already down at 16.5. So, like I say, the next level for me is between 15.5 to 15.8. That's the bottom of the second value level, which we only just got into recently. Master Kane said my phone committed suicide last week. Oh, that's terrible. I've been watching from my laptop, so being quiet, but I'm almost here. I'm almost here, always here, says Master Kane. It's great to have you in the house there, Master Kane. and great to see that you get yourself back on there with that. Dave from Down Under says, I wonder if the price of Hex is being manipulated by whales ahead of the huge stake ending. Then it will go up to the right. Yeah, I guess it's a matter of just tracking the wallets. Hey, Rango's in house, $10 super sticker. So a big bow down for you from me. It's kind of part of my tradition. And I don't know if I'm changing the angulation, but it's the way it goes. It's a bit like robots, robotics. Let's go Pulse Hex and Hex on both chains. Thanks for your work, Hex Token. I appreciate that, Rango. Big shout out to you. There's a nice peace sign out for you. Appreciate that. DJ Paulie Wood says nothing better than starting up the Pulse during a bear market. LFG says DJ Paulie. There's a trade-off between value and X returns, and I kind of feel hopefully we just don't go under 30 on the Bitcoin because otherwise all the assets getting copied over are going to get priced up relatively smaller to the ETH chain. That's what I'm really care about, and of course the stuff coming over the bridge. So the higher the value, the better. Francis in the house there, ja, woo! And Francis is having a good time. Hey, Francis, great to see you in the chat as always. Brendan Eslick says, damn, that level didn't hold for long. Lol says Brendan. Nah. And of course, that's why I've got these different levels here because they're just gonna if they break one, especially at the moment, the sentiment's so bad in the market, right? This is a pretty severe pullback here from here to the 40,000 down here. Pretty severe. Like I say, 32, 31, 32 here, and then 30, of course, that's kind of our that mile there, 30, 31. And of course, it might take us another day to get down there over the next 24 hours, maybe 2 days. We might get a little bit of pushback and then maybe down. It's going to test that 30. I just feel the sentiment's so bad. It's going to test that 30. We don't want to break the 30, man. I keep saying it, that we don't want to do it. So hopefully we'll be able to defend that 30 line, at least until Pulsechain launches. We need Pulsechain to launch, and so we can get all that value coming into the chain and then pump. And of course, that might have a beneficial effect, at least to those, maybe to the crypto market more in general. Okay, a bit of excitement. But like I said, I wouldn't count on that. Just do think for Pulsechain, it's going to run anyway. It's going to run hot, regardless of some of the wider market, as long as the assets haven't broken down too far, in my view. What else we got going on in the house today? Summer's in the house there. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's good to see Summer in the house. And what else? When you coming? Well, it says when you're coming on Gen Hex stream, Brent. Yeah, Brendan, that's up for you there, Brendan. All right, so let's jump over to. I just want to talk about this. I don't like this particular project. I don't normally make these comments, but this one just looks a little bit sussed. So I don't. There's a sacrifice on at the moment for the genius sacrifice. This looks really dodgy to me, and of course, if this on here on Hex info, it's got 16.4 million sacrificed. It just looks super dodgy. All this stuff here looks super dodgy, and of course, this if you actually go to the contract address, it's actually really got only like $13,000 in it. So I'd be very careful with that one. I know someone came into Discord and said that they had sacrificed for that, but be very careful. Because that's only got $13,000 in it. On the website, it says it's got 40,000. Let me just go to my commentary here. I'm in price chats here. Actually new token chat here. So I've made the comment that the Genesis website says 44 million. The Hex Pulse says 16.3 million. So they're completely totally off there. That's for the sacrifice. And then of course, 13,000 was all that was in the address, so it just screams scam to me. Be very careful. Obviously, you guys are in charge of your own portfolio, but if you were aware of Genesis, I would shy away for it. Pulsechain is coming, and of course, that does appear to be a major scam to me. So just be very careful. There are a couple of pictures posted of the chap here on his Genesis tokenomics. This is a CD of deposit. So why get into one certificate of deposit that's based on so-called AI? We've seen many of these so-called AI systems up and running. That's what attracts people. It's the honeypot, as it were. But why would you do that when you've got Hex, which is operated for almost 2.5 years now, working perfectly well? So just be careful out there, folks. Pulsechain's coming. You're better off in the high probability, highly likely projects. So no need to throw money away, as it were. So that's my opinion. Obviously, not investment advice. You need to do your own due diligence. But if you have come across that, be very careful. I wouldn't go into it with a barge pole there. And of course, you got much better options for getting much bigger returns than something like that. Anyway, that's my little rave on that one. So let's jump back to the Hex price here. We're currently 16.6 cents, getting a little green candle. Bring on the green, as it were. Bring on the green for sure. I was going to make one more comment. Yeah, we're going to go back to this Bitcoin commentary here. Just before I forgot to talk about this. So this was just out by Elon John here, just out about half an hour ago. Bitcoin fell to its lowest level since January on Monday, as slumping equity markets continue to hurt cryptocurrencies, which are currently trading in line with so-called riskier assets like tech stocks. Bitcoin dropped to its lowest 33,266 in morning trade, testing a January low of 32,951. Fall below this level would be the lowest since July last year, and then steadied to trade around 33,500, down 1.4. This is from Matt Dib, CEO of Singapore-based crypto platform Stack Funds. Said, I think everything within crypto is still classed as a risk asset, and similar to what we've seen in the asset mode, cryptocurrencies are getting pummeled. And this is why I always say it's best to get into DeFi projects, and ultimately best to be in the golden products. And of course, Richard Art's ecosystems are kind of like that. So that's where you want to be, particularly when there's volatility like this in the wider crypto market. Obviously, the tech market fell down a bit there, and so forth. I don't think there's a lot else in here worth watching here. USDT closely watched by the crypto community, both because of the novel way it maintains its $1 peg, and because its founders have set up plans to build a reserve of 10 billion worth of Bitcoin to back stablecoin, meaning volatility in USD could potentially spill over into Bitcoin markets. Either Ether, the world's second largest moderate, which underpins the Ether network, fell below 2,400. So this is what we've talked about. This we talked about this earlier with I'm just forgetting the name now. Let me remember here. What did I say? I've forgotten the name. Well, I've got a mind blank there. That's unusual for me. You guys know that much. Terra Luna. Thank you, goodness. Terra Luna. Mind freeze, brain freeze there. So Terra Luna is they haven't really been purchasing that much, and they stopped purchasing 15th of April. So this hasn't turned out to be, if they're not going to start buying, when they're going to start buying. So they're still sitting on 42,000 Bitcoin or 1.4 billion at the moment. So they've got a lot of potentially buying there. I haven't seen the mechanism. Now, the mechanism indirectly supports the peg, as I understand it, not directly supports the peg. Well worth looking at there. I might actually do a little cover on that, little study and commentary on that at some stage. So cool. That's where we're at this stage. But man, oh man, I guess Maxi is still looking pretty good, 24.32 cents. Hedron had a little breakout, but it's now come back down because of the crypto markets, and it's unfortunate, back into range here. Still managed to pump out of there, but it's been pulled back to the top of the range that we were stuck in for 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens there. Now, obviously, hex staking has been talked about. I've started watching the discussion on Twitter Spaces on that, and of course, haven't actually got up to that part of the thing. It's about 2-3 hours long. It is, I guess, that is quite long, so I have to jump through to that. I'll try and get on to that later today. Anyway, at the moment, Hex is at 16.6. Let's scroll this up a bit, and we can zoom in on that a little bit nicer as we go. And we actually, let's see what the 15-minute chart is like. 15-minute chart there. That's not too bad. And we might leave it on there at this stage. So 15-minute chart looking good. All right, don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. Summer says you're going to probably get so sick of me, but I love the way you talk. Hey, Summer, appreciate that. Big shout out to you. It's the old Kiwi accent, I guess. G'day, how are you? That's how we talk now. So it's funny I've noticed that when you talk with people from different countries, I'm sure people must speak differently. Like if you're talking to somebody that you're used to talking with, the same accent from maybe the same country, and then you talk to somebody else that's from somewhere else, and I think different countries. So if I talk to somebody from one country, if I hear the accent, you probably play off on them a little bit. If you hear another country from another country, you probably have a little slight different accent. I don't know why. It just seems to be what's happens there. So it's pretty funny there. I appreciate that, Summer. And Brendan's out there laughing. I'm not sure what laughing about there, Brendan. Maybe it's about the invitation from It's Now. What else we got going? We got D-Hex in there. What's up, Hex? Can say D-Hex, good to see you. And Morrison House says from Twitter today, I don't follow him. There's a bit of conversation going there, but I'll jump through that. Gosh, this is so exciting, says Summer. And Dr. Gonzo says, good morning all. Good to see you, Dr. Gonzo, in the house. That's a cool name, man. I like your name, Dr. Gonzo, for sure. And Summer says, thank you for explaining this. I was wondering what happened, says Summer. Daryl. Oh, that's cool. I appreciate that's great. And Master Kane says, got the emojis there too. KD says, be careful out there with your sacrifices. Hex Token's 100% right, says KD. Yeah, be very careful. Maxi is such a gem, says Master Kane. Absolutely is. Summer's got the red hearts out there. Beautiful stuff there. I'm feeling good. Of course, the markets are also red hearts and red market, but they're not. They're the opposites of each other. It's just one of those things. So cool. We had a bit of volume candle there. Let's have a look and see some of the trades on there. We're going to jump into some of the trades, see what they are going at the moment. Oh yeah, a little bit of red selling there. Let's have a look here. So small 29s, a little bit decent at the moment. 51 buy. Small, 12 and a half, 12, 10. Let me have jumped through. So I'm just trying to look to see whether there was any 56. That can certainly hit the liquidity a little bit there. Lots of buys in there. 50, 59. It's at the same address. E6. No different address, but could be related. What else we got going in there? What's this? A bot trade drained half an Ethereum. Half an Ethereum got drained out of there. Worth of crypto. What else we got going? That was that bot trade there. And yeah, that's what's been happening. I'm just looking out for some big stuff there. 50k, 42. So we need some real big buy to come in, maybe with a $500,000 buy or something. Maybe something like that. But that's what's happening there. There's plenty of green buying going on though. So just not outweighing the sellers at the moment. That's all. So cool. All right. Yeah, let's hope this holds. Let's hope it holds down here somewhere. Like I say, it could easily do another day of green of red there, but hopefully it will head. I think it will be helped if the stock market is if the stock market cools down, the stock market stops going down, and it has. This is the percentages do seem to be not too bad on the stock market. We've got the Dow Jones still at 32,900. Now, obviously, the key mark for the Dow Jones. And of course, if you don't know what Dow Jones, it's the top 30 industrial firms in the United States. If that goes down below 30, that would be very, very bearish. So we're still happy that it's up at this level at this stage. The Standard & Poor's 500, obviously 500 companies in there for 4,100. Obviously 4,000, pretty critical number for that one. And the NASDAQ there too. The tech stocks there, the NASDAQ. We've got the VIX here. So the VIX, if you're not familiar, is the volatility index. And of course, this is up at 30 there. And what else? We hit on that button. I'm not sure what I haven't actually gone to this before. So let's see what it's going there. We're going to do 1 month on here. I'm going to close out of that. Close out of this. Man, all these pop-up ads. So 30 there. It's on the higher side at the moment on the last month. So definitely volatility. I think we can all agree there's definitely volatility in the house there and so forth. So cool. That's where we're at the stage. Let's have a look at commodities. Commodities, yes, still high, 110, 112. Natural gas, gold at 1871. Gold really hasn't fired, eh? I mean, I know it's done a bit better, but if you look at just at the last 6 months, it's done better. Like it was down at 1700 here. It got a nice little peak up here, over 2000. But really, it's not really firing, and this volatility and stuff. It's still not performing, in my view. Obviously, silver too. People speculate there as well. Copper's probably a better bet, to be honest. If you think about all the electronics and some of the scarcities happening, particularly rare earths. Rare earths are real scarce, dominated by China, in fact. Although if Japan can get all the rare earths out of the sand, out of the mud flats next to Japan, they found a whole ton of rare earths in the mud flats. It's very deep down, though. I can't remember how far, but it's maybe 2 kilometers down or something like that. Pretty far down, but rare earth metals that people use in cell phones and things like that are pretty rare, and 90% of the market, I think it's about 90% controlled by China. So that's not if you're not having good politics, that's quite a bad leverage. So cool. Don't forget to get in Discord, of course, get in the general chat, and say hello. We're up to 322 members, heading towards 350 as our next target, and get in there. Now I've updated a few things in here, so not only do you get the YouTube shows there as well, but you also get the Twitter links as well, not just from Hex Token channel, but also from Jen Hex, Craig Wedding, Craig. I'll just say Craig for the time being, and of course you also get Heinz Crypto as well. So cool. Wadding, I think it's Wadding, Craig Wadding. Hopefully I get that right. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get in trouble. All right, so user links there is in this. I've updated some more user links in here. There's lots of stuff in here regarding general, regarding Hex. So there's plenty of stuff here for the Hex stuff, Hex staking, Hex audits. There's Pulsechain, PulseX. There is Richard Hart, of course. There's trading. If you want to do some trading stuff, I'll keep adding to this. I'm going to get the ultimate list here as well. Hex derivatives, Hedron and Maximus. Onboarding tools there, and of course Ethereum data if you want to know things about how big Ethereum is, wallets and Uniswap. Get into that, and of course streamers if you want to see all the great streamers that are in the community. The pulsetube.com Hex streamers, fantastic for seeing all of those and greater stuff coming up there. So definitely a cool site. So that's just been updated. More work on that today. Finally got around to it. I'm going to keep doing that until I get it complete. I'm going to have a pretty awesome site there. I'm not going to put a lot of third-party tokens in there because that's a huge list, as you can imagine. Also, tutorials there, small tutorials, 2 to 5 minutes long for Pulsechain and PulseX. Do get used to using the bridge in the PulseX exchange because it's going to happen. When it happens, it's all pretty hectic. So you want to be familiar with that. Obviously, we've got the general chat there and Pulsechain new tokens there. Also, if you're a Hex Token channel member, you get special access to the private chat there. Plus, of course, you get a purple name there as well if you're a Hex Token channel member. Standard members are in blue. Moderators in red. And, of course, we've got the whole ton of bots running in there as well. So, cool. Definitely get into that. We're going to try and get some more content creators in here as well in the syndicate. Once catch up with Craig and people in there. Cool. All right. Let us jump over this way at the moment. Woohoo! We're loving it. We're loving this way, man. If you want to do staking, unstaking, claiming Hedron, claiming PulseDoge, swapping to buy more Hex, then this gas price is pretty attractive at the moment. Hey, we've got a little green candle there on the 15-minute. Woohoo! So we're back up. What are we up to there? 16.8 cents. Pretty nice as well. Let's get into some of the comments there. How are we doing for time? 71. We've got 47 likes. We can do better than that. Make sure you smash the like button. It's free to do. And you just make a sound effect when you do it. Just go beep, and it's done. That's it. So you go beep, and that's the way it goes. I think it reminds me of Roland Williams, actually, when he used to do Nanu Nanu. What is it? He was from an alien from space. I forgot. Mork and Mindy. That's it. Mork and Mindy. Tin Tops in the house. What's up, Hexkins? And someone says, hey from Summer. And how's your name, Tin Top? How's your name? What else we got going there? Just jumping through some of these things here. Mastercan says we should be getting them rare earths in space. Lol says Mastercan. That's true. That's what Elon Musk is probably going to do there, Mastercan. Mining asteroids. That is going to be a gold mine. Some of those asteroids. Was there some asteroid that identified that's got it's worth trillions of dollars of gold and minerals and things like that. Brendan says, did that stake in today or was it tomorrow? I think it ended today. I'll go double check. We had a look at that earlier. I will have a look at that, Brendan. Time for Hex to fly, says Hex Somium. Yep, Hex stake ends on the 9th, says KD. Yeah, it does. It is the 9th. Tonight says busy weekend. Yeah, because I haven't had a stake end for a long time. And so I always get myself confused whether it's on the final day or not. So we'll go have a look at that. 18 hours from now, says DJ Paulie. Hit the like button. Prisology's in the house. It's free to do. Boop. Hey, Prisology. Good to see you, man. Yeah, represent. All right, so cool. Let's have a look at the stake, and we're going to go to Hex Vision. I'm going to do a few little query stuff here. I want to spend more time in Hex Vision. If you don't spend time in Hex Vision, it's a really cool database. And, of course, it gives us access to all the data we want to around Hex, or at least a lot of the data. And it's, of course, done by Staker App Dev. I'm just trying to find his name up here. Not Blue Bum, but it's got another name similar to that. I'm just trying to remember now. I guess someone's going to remember for me. If you remember who does it, I just can't remember. It's not Blue Bum. It's I forget now. He's a real smart dude, though. And if I remember his name, you know me. That's just the way we roll. All right, so I'll try and find his name. I thought his name was on here before. I just can't see it now. So cool. We're going to go down and we're going to hit the stake button there. Red Bum, not Red Bum. Blue Bum. Red Bum. I can't remember now. Red something. Red, Bloom Bug. I can't remember. Let's have a look. Someone's probably answered it already. Tin Top says mining asteroids seems like slang for an uncomfortable medical condition. Yeah. Let's go to Staker app. It must be on Staker app, man. I'm going to go to Staker app. I cannot do this without getting it right. Not Staker app. I want Staker app. Staker app. I want Staker app. Sticker app. I want sticker app. Sticker app. Bam. All right. So sticker app. About. I'm sure they got the names on here. Our dream. What about our team? Our dream. Our team. Sam. That's it. Sam Presnell. But what's his online one there? Sam Presnell. Real fire bun. Real fire bun. So this is Sam here. Super smart dude. Doing all staker app V2. We're waiting for V2. So cool to get out there. So real fire bun there. Fire bun is the name. We got blue bum, blue bum, and fire bun. So you can see how it's kind of a little bit until you get it in your head there. I don't often say fire bun's name very often. So there we are. That's pretty cool. Now there's Steph as well. So we're waiting for this all to come. We've got Kareem Dream in there, Scott Ashbeck and Charles. It's pretty epic team, to be honest. Waiting for that to come out shortly. Anyway, let's get back on topic here. I got way off topic with that. And Brazil says, "What's up, everybody?" Not blue bum, fire bun. Yeah, lol says Brazil. I knew you would know. I knew Brazil would know. He's just a champion with that. But I ended up finding it anyway. Bob Lee Guy says, "Bro, I thought this was one of those scam live streams. Send one BTC, get two back." My finger was on the report button when I realized that. No, it's funny, Bob. Yeah, certainly not one of those, mate. We're not asking for any crypto here. David says, Hex Maximus, absolutely. What's up, Briz? Says Tin Top. Hey, what's up, Briz? Fire bun. Yeah, fire bun. All right, cool. So we're out of there, and we're going to go have a look for our stakes, maturing stakes here. We're going to change the stake query and customize the range. We're going to go to the current year first of all. So 2022. We're going to go to the 9th, I guess. And what have I got here? 9th of December. No, 9th of May. 9th of May. We're going to. Is it updated? What's it not updating? Add to panel. 9th of May. All right, so cool. We've got the address here, 3000. Here it is here. This is the one here. So cool. So that's coming out. So the time it's got there, 18 April. 9th of May. So the days that was on for stake days 750. 750 days that was staked, 750. That's a big stake. That's going to have an impact on the share rate. That's a big stake coming out there. And of course, the address here, we've got that. We're going to go to, I guess, Hex Info. Hex Info, that's a good one. Info. And we're going to paste that in here. Bam. And of course, we're going to see that coming up there. This was my favorite site for a long time, hexinfo.io. It was particularly used for the AA lobby. So we used to have we have the return on investment data here. But this was the place. This is one of the two places to go to. There was another website too, and of course you had the AA lobby going in there. You see here the amount of BTC that was claimed: 256,000 BTC, 2.82 in the AA lobby. What else do we have in there? That's pretty cool. Launch phase. We had to watch 351 days of the launch phase. It was pretty. If you think we've waited, it's like if you think we had a long time for Pulsechain, like waiting for the. We had to wait for Hex for over a year, and then we've got then we had the AA lobby for 351 days. Now we've had the Pulsechain PulseX phase. So it's a long journey, right? It's a long journey. We're in that third wave at the moment, and of course the fourth wave is actually when Pulsechain launches, because it's kind of like, wow, that's going to be so much fun. And of course at the end of this day, of course, we had the big payday as well. So pretty hardcore. So you can see there the amount of Bitcoin that was claimed, 2.82, and then the rest of it wasn't claimed. So cool. I think the max was 13.5 million. I think was the max that could be claimed. So cool. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. So yeah, we've got this big stake coming out here at the moment. So that's the one we're looking at, and of course we can zoom in on that and see that that's due to come out there 9th. And of course we can go to the Ether scan here and have a quick look in at the this is 3 Arrows Capital. It's been tagged to this account, so we can see stuff there. So nothing happening in there in particular. and there. So yeah, we're waiting for that stake to come out. And at the moment, this is where they're at. So this is what they've got in there. They got currently got the Ethereum in there, $4.5 million of SNX, and over $250,000 of Vera in there. Some REN and Trust Swap here. Interesting, got some Trust Swap token, I know 1,000, etc. So got a lot of those there. Bit of synthetic USD, XIO, Unibright. So let's see what they do. I suspect that I don't think they'll restake it. I just think they'll hold it. But the share rate is going to have a big impact on the share rate. So daily share rate values will have a big deal on that. So cool. What day is it now? It's day 889. 6 hours into it, and I think that's it. That's what I was going to say. We got that at the top here too. Just trying to remember. It comes up in here. Anyway, we're going to leave that. We'll let it update in due time. All right, cool. Let's jump back to the Hex price there, 16.8. Woohoo! We're back at that support level that we busted through. That's now our resistance. So this is what else we got going on here. We got Pulsechain. Kareem seems to have disappeared. I don't see him around anymore. No, I haven't seen him around either. Pulsechain. Man, I'm a big fan of Kareem. I love his energy. I love his strategy, and what he's one cool dude. Dresses like a cool dude. Is a cool dude. Brendan says, Bob, this is definitely not one of those channels. Says Brendan, yeah, it's definitely not one of those channels where it's not 2 for 1 at all. He's in Miami. Hey, by the way, well, you're saying for 2 for 1, but of course, if you've got everything on the, if you buy Hex at the moment, you get 2 for 1 on the Pulsechain. That's kind of the way it goes. Of course, the possibly expected price volatility after Pulsechain, which there is a bullish scenario post Pulsechain, but we'll see which one plays out. Bob says, nice to put a face to some of those names, says Bob. Hey, Bob, that's so true. For a stake wrap, yeah, I disappear when I go down there too, says DJ. What else you got? Katie's in the house. Word up, everybody. Hey, word up. And Davis is surfing. I like that, Davis. Yeah, definitely some people buying some Hex at the moment, 60.8. We've got a little bit of green candle there. Getting some nice little volumes in there too. Look at that volume candle in there coming in. So that's a positive on the Hex there. And what else we got going? Master Kane says, speaking of space, Cool Worlds is calling me, y'all. Cool Worlds. Much love. Good crap as always, Suit Man. Many thanks. Hey, I'm out. I appreciate it, Master Kane. Peace out to you, man. Have a good day. Here, yes, it's DJ. Bob Lagai says, Kareem was on Fresh and Fit about a month ago, probably rubbing elbows with rich dudes in Miami, saving them from the USD declines, says Bob. That's true. Master Kane says, Summer, if Superman's voice gets you, you should check out the Cool Worlds sometime. David Kipping has the voice of an angel. Michael loves me to see every time. No, that's pretty funny, Master Kane. What else have we got there on this channel? If you send 1 BTC, we promise to wrap it, swap for Hex, and stake 5 at 5. It's the way better deal. Lol. Yeah. What else we got going there? It's definitely Will. I'm from South Florida, so we got the southern and the hillbilly sounding people. I love this. His voice is Summer. That's nice. Appreciate that. Summer says, thank you so much for the suggestion. Exomnia says, I wonder how many millions of Bitcoin will go over to Pulsechain and what will happen to Ethereum after the fork. Strange things will happen in the crypto market, things we have never seen before. Yeah, well, we have. If we go to, let me see where's the best place for that. We're going to go to CoinGecko and we're going to check out Bitcoin, Wrap Bitcoin. So we have got Wrap Bitcoin obviously on Ethereum, and of course we have looked at this one time before. We have got 283,000 is the circulating Wrap Bitcoin on Ethereum at the moment. So let's see what happens to that. And let's see that on the blockchain. Actually, let's go to. Let's have a look. Does it pop over there? No, it doesn't. Let me copy that over. Let's go to ETH scan there. Actually, I might save this website of 3 arrows, so I can check that tomorrow. That's going to be the big news tomorrow. The 3 arrows date coming out. Cool. So what am I looking at here? What did I just look at? Oh, Wrap Bitcoin. So Wrap Bitcoin here. And we're going to hit that on this side here. So yeah, a wrapped Bitcoin ERC20 token. And yeah, 283,000 of wrapped Bitcoin on there. Obviously, it's a fraction of the amount of Bitcoin that's in the market. So yeah. All right, jump out of there and jump out of there. Look at this, over 6 hex per t-shirt already today. Loving it a lot, as we say. This is our current return on market at the moment, which I love. This is why I love this website. I'll post this in the chat if you haven't seen this website. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I'll post it in there. And this one is so cool. Let me just get rid of the comments because that was a big comment. So we've got return on investment in USDC. We've got that at the moment. It's a return on investment all-time low. Still up 297,000%. Remember that reached 1,000,000%. Factor all-time low till now 2,974x, of course. And return on investment for 904. So all-time low to all-time high was 904,000. So that's what I said. I said we never quite. Well, it depends on which chart you look at whether we quite reached 1,000,000. I think there is a chart or two out there that may show that, but obviously on this chart it's 904. I kind of felt it was like, depending on your all-time high price, was about 968,000%, which is pretty close. So it's either another era there really. And of course that factors 9,000x. That excludes staking on hex price, so pretty badass really. Return on investment versus BTC, that was USDC. Return on investment on BTC, 65, almost 66,000%, and obviously 660x on BTC. So you're way better off having hex compared to BTC, right? And of course, return all-time high to all-time low to all-time high, 150,000%, 1,500x there. So even better. Compared to Ethereum, 16,000%, 165x versus Ethereum. Not too bad. Obviously, Ethereum had a pretty good run, relatively speaking. And all-time high there, 40,000% from all-time low to the all-time high of Hex versus Ethereum. And man, 402x there. So pretty badass there. What else is in here that's pretty interesting? I think that's kind of that's. Yeah, we've got some of this old loading data loading up here and done. So a lot of stuff, some of the stuff is old school stuff, but other than that, it's pretty cool. You always have the adoption amplifier. That was a lot of fun, but like I say, it got tedious after a while. I couldn't wait till it to end, to be honest. And then, of course, after the adoption amplifier, we had big payday and so forth. So yeah, prediction curve there on the share rate. Looks like, yeah. What's that on there? Oh, share price, yeah, which used to be inverse. Yeah, this is the old version. That's classic. So nice. All right. You forget about the share rate flipping into the new design per t-share. So that is the big stake coming out. Let's see how it goes on that one. And we'll keep that. Oh, did I close it down? We'll have a look at that tomorrow. Cool. Gwei, super cheap, man. Gwei is super cheap. Look at 16 Gwei. Woohoo! I'm loving this, man. How much is that? $7.20 for a swap on Uniswap of V3. Man, if you want to pick up your hex for cheap, now is the time. 16.8 cents, not investment advice. And you are getting a 2-for-1. Literally, you are. Bob Guy says, I wonder if the Lightning Network bridge will help that. I think so, Bob. Obviously, the word's got to get out for sure. And Precise says, you watch the new Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. I know you like sci-fi. It's really good. No, I haven't yet. Let me just see whether that's come up on my service, as it were. Let me just rephrase that. Where I watch it. Let me have a look, see whether it's actually come up there. I love sci-fi, that's for sure. I do love sci-fi. But I'm hoping the best thing I've seen so far has been Halo. I really enjoyed the Halo series. The Master Chief is like a badass. He's like completely badass. So Star Trek. Stranger Worlds. Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds. See if that comes up. Strange New Worlds. Yeah, we got episode 1. Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, I'm going to watch that. Thanks there, Pulsechain. Then you put a smile on my face. That's how we roll. That's how easily pleased I am with sci-fi stuff. Isn't that crazy? There's some crazy stuff right there. Kareem, I met him in real life in Orlando. He's so cool. He is a cool guy, man. Very passionate, very charismatic, and a very stylish dresser, to say the least, of his traits. Besides, says I met him in Las Vegas. Super cool dude. Yep. God, I wish I could have went to the Las Vegas one. I actually won the raffle. It was so awesome. Wow, congrats, man. That's so cool winning stuff. I must agree with you on that. It's the ninth today for us down under land. Yeah, it's the 9th, Brendan. That's what confuses me a little bit too, Brendan. Sometimes I get tricked out by the date changes. I have to realize that majority of people are actually in the day behind us because we're so far ahead here. It's currently 6:11 p.m. on 9th of May, Monday. So already evening here on Monday. That's a bit trippy, isn't it, when you think about that? What else we got in the house there? Francis with the hearts in there. And Brazil said, hey, you know what? What are they called? What are they called with the dark stuff? What we used to call them? I forget the names. Damn it. I'm trying to remember. I'll try and remember later. I met at Hedron earlier for like $2 is Brazil. That's some crazy stuff right there. I might actually look at doing that too, Briz. Streams on Paramount, but I can send you a link to watch it for free. Really? I've got my channel as a free channel, Brazil. That's why I didn't want to name it. Because it's free. That's all free. Yeah. But cool. Feel free to send me a link, Brazil, in Discord. That'd be really cool. OMG, I love that name. Hexiest Man in the World. Yeah, Hexiest Man in the World is a pretty good name. Dang it, says now. And what else we got going there? Pretty cool. TJ Paulie says, Million Pulse Tour coming to a city near you in the USA. Yeah, see you all at each and every city, says DJ Paulie. Yeah, let's pull it up, actually, DJ Paulie. We've got a couple of big things coming up after Pulsechain. We've got in July, we have I should go to KSB TV. This is the old crypto spy book. They've rebranded it as KSB TV. And of course, got A-Bit there and Patrick. So very cool dudes. And of course, I think they're auctioning off the Hex car, the R8. They're going to start in, I think, Los Angeles. Look at all these cities going to hit. This is the second tour. And the first tour was the Hex 555 tour. And man, they're so good at onboarding people. They got the whole session. Just shows you how long it takes to cover all the important topics. And of course, they get out and they do the hard work. Like I said to you, content creators, do a certain amount, but these guys are traveling, was it 10,000s of miles? These guys are doing the hardcore. They set up the stuff there with the whole team. So I'm going to go through the team quickly. 19th of June, they've got the car wash there. And then they've got the college visit Pompo promo day. And then the first workshop there, 9th of July, Los Angeles. So a big shout out there to them. And I'm hoping to have them on the channel here. I have asked the team to come on. I was approached originally, but I think they got a bit busy. And then, of course, hopefully I've requested them to come on so they can talk about it. But the KSB team there, Crypto Spybook, they still got that name. It is a kind of thing, but they're now at KSB. It's pretty easy to remember. We've got Hex Line, I think it's Patrick, A-Bit Hex there. We've got Mars, founder. We've got DJ Paulie Wood, who looks like he's in the channel there. DJ Paulie Wood's in the channel there. Look at that, with wearing the cool shades there. And of course, Black Hexkin, amazing. She is really amazing. She's so talented. And of course, Tan, founder there. We've got Black Crypto in the house there too. Sticky Guy, Hex photographer, and of course, Kitty Hex there, who I've actually seen on one of the conferences that they had in Florida. So that's a cool team. They got the Pulse Tour there, of course, workshops coming up. And of course, the Million Pulse Tour, which I think is a fantastic name. This will be after Pulsechain, of course, launches. We're expecting that May at the latest, very, very early June. But May is looking very good. And of course, look all the presenters are going to get there. A-Bit, Motley, Hexline, Yashdeep, Black Crypto, Cabana Crypto, Cassie the Hexkin, Crypto Kool-Aid, Big Kowalski, Crypto Heartbeat, Black Hexkin, Hex Monkey, Freddy Quotes, Yash Roulette, Corey and Investor, Stake and Apes, Extra Crypto Girl, Heinz Crypto, and Vets and Crypto. So lots of presenters there. No doubt there's some that they're not on there. They probably surely they're going to have Kareem and Maddie. They did the 5-5 tour, so I'm sure they'll probably end up popping in there too. But they've got all the cool stuff here. Intro to decentralized finance and cryptocurrency, staking and delegating, liquidity providing yield farming, highlighting a Pulsechain feature or project, and a Million Pulse tour with the PLSD giveaway. which is pretty cool. So lots of cool stuff there. Now they do have a sponsorship, so if you want to sponsor them, you can do that. Obviously, that helps with the costs and onboarding, which is kind of cool. And of course, you can do donations to this address, or you can become a sponsor, I think, on this one here. So it's got different lists here as well. So you've got all the different tiers here. So you might want to read that, and you can contact the team if you need further information. Mystery swag, I think that was probably it there. So definitely check it. They've got a more channel there with the shop and stuff like that. So you can check all that out. So let me just go to the homepage, and you can just go to the homepage there. Bam. And I'll post that link in the chat there if you want to check that out or do sponsorships or anything like that. So go for gold. Hex on Air just says, just woke up again and watching some Hex Token Energy. Hey, represent there. That's how we roll on this channel. G'day all, says Pa. Excellent. Hey, g'day, mate. It's good to see you in the chat there. Well, that Summer says, you all, I really have to go to bed. Hey, night, Summer. Sleep well, and we'll catch you on the other side. Woohoo! And there is Case Baby. The other thing we've got coming up, of course, is PulseCon 2022. So, man, this year's going to be absolutely aping. And don't forget, following PulseCon, we will likely have the Highest of Stakes film documentary coming out towards the end of the year, maybe Q4. Not January 2023, but probably Q4 at this stage, based on some of the upside that the team's been talking about there. PulseCon looking really, really cool. This is a conference and a exhibition together. And of course, they added in Mitch Lowe there about 2 days on here, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. They had Mitch Lowe on the house there. Now, the cool thing I liked about this was he was a founding executive of Netflix. Now, obviously, I don't like Netflix, but if we can get the Highest of Stakes onto Netflix, man, that's going to be really, really, really cool, because obviously a lot of people use it. We're just under 120 days to go. Woo-hoo-hoo! So that's 4 months away to go for PulseCon 2022. I like the fact that it's a premier event because it puts on that excitement and plush for people. So I think that's pretty cool. The tickets are in the second tier now. Every 1,000, the ticket prices go up. So they get 2,000 and 3,000 the final one. They're currently 625, 125, 1825, and 555. And you can see all the benefits there. And of course, the big thing, of course, Sheep's going to be there. We've got Mintra there, and PLSD Speak, and Genji and Protocol. We've got some cool speakers in there as well. Rags to Riches is going to be there. Shout out to Rag to Riches. John McCrae from Chong is the Asian chairman, and of course, head of the Twitter account as well. 3 million people follow that. This is a pretty big deal. 1.1 million the SHIB community, and on Etherscan, pretty big deal there. We've got a young project here. We've got PLSD Speak CEO Michael Chang. I think he was on, what was he on? Was he on Crypto Heartbeat or Mary Ellen, somewhere like that? I saw him pop into an interview there as well. You know, got a lot of other cool people, so definitely check that out. PulseCon 2022. They're going to be keep adding people to that as time goes closer to the launch. They're going to have more panelist people on there that are slowly releasing that stuff out over time. So lots more to come there for sure. And Prasaji says, imagine paying $5,000 for a ticket. That's right. Now, when you pay $5,000 for that ticket, you are getting quite a bit of perks there. So you're getting round trip limo transport. You're getting 3 nights bedroom suite at the Hilton Tower. It's a pretty nice room. And of course, that hotel is basically brand new. It looks incredible. And of course, you get a few other things in there too. VIP seating in general. You get food and beverages in the expo. What else? You get access to VIP hospitality, lounge, and security. And of course, amenities to room. You get a VIP swag bag and a dedicated concierge. So it does add up quite a lot there. But of course, there'll be a few people. That's been selling out pretty fast, actually, the VIPs, from what I understand. So I think Tier 1 sold out pretty fast. So cool. In fact, they haven't changed the prices from Tier 1 to Tier 2. They've got lots of more details in there as well. The site is killing it, man. It's really, really cool. So definitely check out a lot of the stuff on here. The rooms are amazing. Let's check out the rooms just before we finish. I did have T-Money on here. If you want to see a full video with T-Money, I'm going to get T-Money back on this channel to give us the latest updates, try and tease out some cool stuff. But look at this place. Fine as. Very fine. This is really good quality. And look at that room. Man, that's some cool room, man. And the bathtub. Cool. Could imagine that. Look at this. Love to hang out here, that's for sure. Cocktails and dreams, as we say. Cocktails and dreams. Pretty badass there. Look at this room. Man, that is some room. So cool. Looks pretty nice. The bars look cool. and the nightlife looks cool. Obviously, Las Vegas, baby. Las Vegas. What stays in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. I don't know if that's completely true, but obviously, if you go to the chapel, was it the Vegas chapel, and get married in some drunken onslaught, then you could end up like, who was on the couple on Friends that got married at the Vegas chapel? That was pretty hilarious. Yeah. All right, was it Jenny and the other guy? I forget his name. All right, cool. We got Conrad Suites. Conrad Suites sweet. Says D Paulie. Yeah, they look amazing. Just hanging out at the Conrad will get you high. Trust me, says DJ. Really? That's funny, man. Smashless like says KD. Absolutely. And Int Pro says, wow, that is a steal with the gas tip. Thank you for calling that out. Woohoo, says Int Pro. Hey, no, you're welcome, man. That gas prices is so attractive right now. And of course, it's back up to 31, but man, it's been under 20 so much lately. 25 is a good gas time at the moment, especially when it's under 20, man. You can get a really good. Ross and Rachel Brasaji says, hey, thanks, Ross. Hey, you're saving the day today in the chat there with the old name recall. So appreciate that. Hexon Air says a few years and they sell VIP tickets only. Yeah, that's true, Hexon. That's right. There's going to be so many. Like I said, if you saw my PulseX video, potentially if everyone didn't sell, there would be over 11.5 million PulseX millionaires. And I guess Pulsechain million is not too far away. I actually haven't calculated the Pulsechain one because I have to fix up the spreadsheet to do that. But yeah, Ross and Rachel, and you can't forget Hangover. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was going to say Hangover, Anthony. I just couldn't think of that at the time either. But yeah, Hangover was absolutely hilarious. Yeah. That was amazing film. I remember I laughed like a silly child watching Hangover. That was some amazing movie. The follow-ups weren't too bad either. But that was amazing, that movie. In fact, I might watch that again, Hangover. Have I seen it once? I think I've just seen it once, so I might watch that again. GJ Polly says they pump a massive auction in there. Let me just jump back to there. We've got the hex price there, 16.7 cents. They pump massive auction in there, and then different rooms have a different fragrance, but I think that's in the high roller section. Okay. Well, it's Las Vegas, right? So I guess you're going to get a bit of that around the place, even at the flash places. Brazil says, I wish my brain stored more info about crypto and less info about 96. Oh, that's funny, Briz, man. You always bring it, man. You always bring it. That's hilarious. All right, so cool. Now I got to focus now. You bring out all these jokes. I got to focus. Yeah, so I'm going to watch that Strange New Worlds tonight there, Briz. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. It's like a golden. That's like a golden airdrop. Boop, in sci-fi. Don't forget to smash the like button. And of course, we're at the 68, so let's just smash that like, beep, 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 beep. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Where are we up to on subscribers here? 4,382 subscribers, so heading up towards 4,400. That's pretty cool. So don't forget to smash the subscribe button and smash the like button as well. Looking good there. All right, so 16.7 cents on Hex. We've got BTC at 33,500, 33,418. ETH at 2,400 as well. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another day of decreases, so that's definitely still a possibility. But hopefully it runs out of steam before it gets close to 30. 32, if that was a cool bottom, maybe 31,800, something like that. That would be not too bad. And of course, being able to consolidate and move back up after that would be very, very nice. What else? What else we got going there? Maxi. 24.74, looking strong, still holding strong, you beautiful thing. Maximus, looking good there. Hedron at 13.16. Man, really, Hedron would have pulled away, I think, if it wasn't for the crypto pullback, starting to have impact on all the assets, including Hex, obviously. Then that would have been the case. Now, obviously, over time, Hex is, I don't know, I haven't seen much on the correlations of Hex. I think there's a couple of charts out there regarding Hex correlation. But of course, it will get impacted from time every now and then. But of course, has its moments where it does its own thing. So cool. We've got Maxi PLSD there at $2.56. That's caving a little bit now under the pressure. Now, obviously, people can sell their PLSD and buy Hex at a cheaper price. So maybe some people are doing that, even though PLSD is relatively cheaper. People may think, oh, well, I might as well just put it into Hex or something like that, or put it into USDC or whatever. So cool. We've got P33 at 46.61 on a bit of a green candle, and PulseDoge The original PulseDoge is at 1 cent at the moment, holding pretty well, not really doing anything. What's the recent trades on this? Seems like it's doing nothing almost. Which is that PulseDoge US dollars 240. And not a lot of big trades on there. A couple of that. Oh, these are better, but they look like almost bot trades. 2,000. Everything's 2,500. What's the size of the pool? 200,000. Okay. Well, 2,000 on 2,000s. You know, that's a percent. So no doubt, if it had bigger than 2,000, you're going to get a pretty big move in the price trade there as well. So 4,000. That's probably the bigger one there. And that moved the price, didn't it? Look at that, moved the price there, 9.7 to 1 cent. So cool VIP there. And the Gwei there at 30. That's relatively high. We're under 20. We're down at 13. Someone said 11, 13 Gwei. Pretty bad ass there for sure. All right. Don't forget to get into Discord as well. To general chat there. We've got Master Kane in there. We've got Brismo7. And this is where I watch most of my movies and TV shows, but be sure to install an ad blocker first. It's Blocker HD, and of course that's a download. I'm not on that one anymore, I don't think, but I used to be on there. I think. Yeah, I'm on a different site now. Absolutely non-crypto related. I promise. I'm pushing out PC. Yeah. What else we got going there? Good things. I had retired. So some nice stuff going down there. All right, cool. I know that's where we're at this stage. We're gonna probably get back to the hex price there at 16.7 cents. That people are collecting their bags. Lol says Brazology. Ross and Rachel says LS. Yeah, Ross and Rachel. I have watched a whole video summaries of them on YouTube with the Ross and Rachel relationship. They're pretty funny. I used to find Ross a little bit irking, but then I kind of got used to him after a while. It's funny. Brazology, I wish that too. What else is Jonathan Kapala's in the house there. Beautiful time to be alive. Thanks for your work, sweet man. Always. Hey, Jonathan, appreciate that. Big shout out to you, man. Always appreciated your support. So big shout out to Jonathan. Nice. All right. So there we are, folks. Coming up to an hour and 21 minutes. And of course, here we are at Rolling and Rolling at this stage. Game On says it's now. Woohoo. All right. Nice. Okay. So 16.7 cents. I don't know if we've got much else left at the moment. Now, what was I going to talk about? So I'm going to try and watch the Twitter Spaces on Hedron, because obviously Hedron is they're looking at doing staking. I haven't listened to the live stream yet for the Twitter Space conversation, but I will try and cover that and take down the key details. If you know them already, let us know in the chat what you think the key details of that is. But obviously getting Hedron off the market is pretty key. Now, there someone, who was it? Blue Bum. I think it was Blue Bum. I'm pretty sure it's Blue Bum, was talking about at the beginning of that Twitter space, big whales setting up lending stakes, I think it was, and then burning those, auction and burning them or something to get supply of the market. I don't know about that, but definitely it's an idea. People burning their own tokens. Yeah, just don't know about that one, because obviously everyone else who's not burning gets the benefit. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll re-listen to that again. What have I else got here? 1.47, so 47% premium over Hex at the moment is Maxi, still performing very, very well. And once again, if they can to keep this up after the 12th of May, this is could be something special here, folks. Indeed. The Gwei is 23 Gwei. Woohoo! Let's party on with the low Gwei, man. Accumulate. Like I say, it's going to be 1 Gwei on Pulsechain, right? Let's go to Pulsechain. We actually have come Pulsechain today. Let's come to Pulsechain. Pulsechain is coming. 2-for-1 deal. That is your 2-for-1 deal, literally. If you buy Hex or ESC20 721, you will get 2-for-1. We are chilling here, 3-second block times. And of course, if we open up PulseX, we've got everything rocking and rolling. We've got PulseX looking pretty good. This is what the buy and burn is at the moment. Now, this is what's going to be the talk of the town. People are going to be talking about buy and burn all the time until they forget about it, of course. Connect the wallet up. And we're going to MetaMask. All right. What my channel am I? I'm on Pulsechain. Where's the buy and burn? Come on, buy and burn. Waiting for the buy and burn to show up. where's the buy and burn gone? Has it been? No, it's just taking a while to load up. I think buy and burn there. We have to reset that. It's just not uploading. It's taking ages. I notice the stuff down here is not uploading very fast. Yay, 40. There we are. So that's the buy and burn. So 40.78 billion PulseX burn so far. So, you know, I mean, it's not too bad. When obviously we're going to want that to accumulate pretty fast. Obviously, the price of PulseX will go up. Then obviously we need more trade volume to offset that. How much we got in here? We got Hex Die. So Hex Die. Now, how much is that going to be? A bounty? Are you kidding me? $16 bounty. $16 bounty, man. I'm gonna. Have I got enough gas? No, what? I've got no gas on there. Surely I have. I got tons of pulse. Surely I've got. Oh, someone take that. Someone took it already. What? Someone took that already. Now the thing is that people are going to set up these bots, right? They're going to be trading this out. So maybe the little guy won't get a chance to get any of this bounty. The bots will probably be coming in stealing this bounty out. So that's probably going to be the case. I need some bot protection, eh? Need some bot protection. Stop the bots getting in. I missed out on $16 there. You guys saw that. That is just unfair. That's just unfair. I was going to get that. No, not even a fraction of a cent there. 16 bucks was in the game, but missed out. What's this one? Hex Die. Let's take that off. Hex Die. No, $16 back there. I'm going to burn that. What? Then transaction, make sure you have enough gas. I've got tons of pulse, man. I'm rich in pulse. What's it talking about? All right, so let's go over to the trade here. We're going to go to info and we're going to see what we've been doing. So trade volumes on testnet have just fallen down there a little bit there. We're down to 821 million, 567 million. Currently trading 100 million at the moment. Obviously, we want that would be about 70. That'd be about $70,000 buy and burn there, 100 million. So we got Pulse at 0.85 and we got Pulse Hex at 0.026. So the bull market's over here on testnet as well. Oh no, come on! How can we not have another bull market? We need another bull market on the testnet. Let's see what is performing. Hex is performing $4.66. Hex is performing. So if you've been in Hex, you'd have been winning. Man, oh man, I should have gone into Hex. That's what I should have done. We're sitting in Pulse, I think. Let's have a look at what's in the wallet. Let's pull it up. What's in the good old Play wallet? This is our Play wallet that we use for doing tutorials. And that's not where I wanted to go. I just want to open up the wallet. And we're going to expand the view there. So look what we've got in our fantasy trading wallet. We've got 7.7 million test pulse. We've got 437 million PulseX. We've got much of anything else? Not really. We've got a little bit of Hedron, a little bit of USDL. That's about it. So yeah, let's see what that's worth. Let's go see what it's worth on the PulseX there. I'm going to switch that around and bam. Ouch, ouch. Oh my gosh. Remember, this used to be worth $2.6 million. It's now worth 1.1 million. Oh my god. You guys are supposed to give me good advice about the trading. Remember, this is a team effort. This is a team effort. And of course, it's 1.1 billion at the moment. That's where we're going there. So that's funny. Oh man, fell off the cliff there. What? Fell off the cliff. Are you kidding me? What is going on there? Is that just the chart doing something weird? 24 hours there. We're up at let's me refresh her up. So Pulse was 3-1 and it's gone to 3.1. Okay, so Pulse is more stronger now. We've got a ratio above 3-1 on Pulse. So one Pulse equals 3.2 Pulse X. So actually that's played in our favor there. We've probably got, how much we got there? 65,000. We could trade a bit of that. So let's say I want to keep some Pulse though. So 760. Let's do 750. 750. 750. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to buy PulseX with that. I'm going to hit the swap button. We've got accept price update. Sure. I'm going to trade for that. Man, live trading here on PulseX testnet to V2B. I've had a few people ask me whether these numbers are real. So I'm just going to no, these numbers are not real. So I have to reply to that one. Cool. They probably see 2.6 million and go, man, that's huge. But it's all on testnet, folks. All on testnet. Right, that's going through, and of course we've got the activity there. Swap, that was so fast. How fast was that? 3-second block times. Yeah, baby, yeah. What's that? 28,000 blocks a day or something. That's pretty fast. Yeah, there's our pulses. We've got more now, 440. Looking good there. We can go back to the trades, flip that around, and of course, I think that's showing the right way. So that's confirmed, and of course, we're sitting there. But should we swap it for Hex? That's the question. Hex is on a tier, or are we too late for the pump on Hex? We're too late for the pump on Hex. That's not too bad slippage there. 1.786% price impact. I almost should do a poll on that. Should we swap it for Hex with our fantasy trade? Let's go down to the leaderboard here. So we've got Hex looking pretty good. We've got the Fiat here. This is the Aave fork. Now, this is mostly a lending platform, but you can do collateral on it. You can do collateral on it, on the Fiat. And, of course, let's have a look here. I think I've got it saved somewhere. Fiat. Let's have a look here. Fiat. Let's post that in. Fiat. Put that in here. So, Fiat, Aave fork, Fiat. That. And boom. All right, cool. Demo, we're going to click the demo. The Fiat sacrifice is now finished. Thanks for your support, and you can check your balance below. Oh, wow. I didn't do the Fiat thing. I had no idea it was even out as an Aave fork. It's kind of a big deal. The UIs, it's a fork of the one on Ethereum, which is what, was it number 2 biggest? I think it's number 2 after, is it Compound? Something like that. So I think Maker, whatever, it's number 2. But you can basically, you can deposit funds, and of course you get an APY for doing that in most cases. And of course you can borrow funds as well. And of course you can stake the Fiat token and earn the fees. So I guess it'll be a difference between the borrow and the sell. But you can also collateralize. So if you deposit stuff, you can actually borrow against it, right? So it is different from liquid loans, but it has that one similarity there. Obviously, liquid loans, there's no interest rate. There's no interest rate like this, but there is a fee that's charged. So if you want to consider that an effective interest rate, then that's the way you go there. They've got Algo in here. They're likely to have USDL in here. They've talked about USDL. It would make a lot of sense to have that in there. You can click stable coins. They've only got USDL. They're 75% APY. Are you kidding me? That's just insane. So I don't know if that's going to end up being the case, but hey, that's pretty cool. We end up probably having a couple, but maybe lucky to have 0.5%, 2% or something on that. 1.4% Hedron there. And that's pretty much it. So I think that's cool. I think we already connected. Let's deposit now. And we did this already. We have got our Pulsechain here. You can deposit that. And of course, you need to continue there. We can hit the max button there, deposit all our stuff. The rate's so bad, though, we're not going to do it. You can just click deposit and finish that. We're not going to do it, though. And then we can borrow against it. We're kind of borrowing against ourselves when we control so much of the pool. And it kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But of course, you can use that for doing borrowing, earning, leverage, shorting, and hedging, and lots of different DeFi uses for that. So we could see that could be a really, in addition to liquid loans, this Fiat could end up being quite useful in terms of pumping assets and never selling assets on Pulsechain. So another good product that supports the ecosystem. So I like that. I like that a lot. We can jump over to Twitter, see what they've got on the latest. You don't want to scroll too far down there. You can now borrow and lend using your favorite RH coins and others. The demo of Aave fork is there, so we just looked at that. And let me just refresh that because you guys knew I was going to lose it on the tweet there. You guys knew that was going to happen. In general, the Fiat team remains bearish on crypto and risk assets. We are overweight cash and rich at heart coins. Didn't you love that? It's a real Maxi channel for sure. So that's cool. Nice one. If you want to play around with Fiat on the testnet, you can hit the dApp there and play around with that. I'll post that link in the chat there if you want to play on testnet. Cool. What the heck says, love your streams from New Zealand. Hit the like. Definitely smash the like button. How are we up to on the likes there? 83 likes. Can we get to 100? Hit that like button. Beep. If you haven't hit it already, smash it. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Smash the subscribe button. And Alice says, good night, dude. Until next time. I appreciate that, Alice. And we'll catch you on the other side. Mexican Hexton says it's a shame bots will take all the bounty profits. Yeah, well, it'd be nice. It's hard to stop them, but Yeah, I was hoping the little guy would be able to claim those bounties. You know, people from all around the world. Wouldn't that be cool if they were there, just sitting there? You know, like I said the other day, some places, I don't know. You know, remember the old thing? People, some places earning $1 a day. I know there's places out there that people earn that sort of stuff, and they seem to be able to just get by on that sort of stuff. You know, what's that? $30 a week, US. But man, wouldn't it be cool if they could have a little laptop, a little second-hand laptop, and be able to just claim the bounty? If they just sat there and watched that, that would be pretty neat. Obviously, you need pretty frictionless, pretty cheap system to get that on and off the off ramps. That's probably the only thing. If you had some ridiculous fees, that wouldn't be any good. Hexiest Man in the World says, trying to spread the good word. Appreciate all you do. Hey, Hexiest Man in the World, appreciate that. And of course, we love your name there. What else we got there? Rex Lol says, James Bond, do not pass go. Yep. Just hodl it. It will come back. Buy the dip. Yeah. You're talking about me trying to claim there. Welcome to crypto. Buy the dip. Yep. Hit the like button, you all. Absolutely. You can do your own research. BTFD and hodl. Nice and easy. Says now. Bob Light guy says, anyone asking if testnet, let me go back to the Hex price there. Sorry for sitting on a screen that's not doing anything. 16.7 cents on Hex. Anyone asking if testnet prices are real should really consider not trading until they can bring fiat over the bridge. Yeah, well, you know, quite a few people are new. They're looking at it. They don't know what's going on. So I guess it's the way it goes. I might do actually a video just on terminology and crypto. So I might end up doing that, just really basic level stuff, just on some key concepts that might be useful. Bob Lagai says, otherwise they'll be jumping from one moving train to another moving train, maybe while also blindfolded. That's true. That'd be pretty talented if they could do that too, Bob. You mean it's not real? Yeah. Good analogy, good advice. Yep. And coin toss for deal of a lifetime versus sad for a long time, says Bob. What else we got there? It's now says hodl and wait. Yep. Ryan says we must be able to hit 100 likes like the Hex. Yeah, we're 87 likes at the moment. See if we can hit 100. 13 of you must have not hit the like. There's smash the like button. Smash. Beep, beep, beep. All right. Thanks very much. It does help with the algorithms. That's why I asked for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be bothering. You know. What's it? Lol says gaming. Lol says gaming. Hey, it's now. It says, hey, go green, Bob Lee guy. I see a wrench in your future. If you do, join. Yeah. Nice one there. All right, so up to 87 likes, and let's have a look at the subscribers. We're heading up to 4,400. What are we on to? 4,383. So thanks for all the new subscribers. Definitely getting up there. Very cool. And Rango's in the house with another super sticker. Man, you're absolutely killing me, man, with that. So a big bow down to you, as I always do. Honor there from Superman himself. The bows the knee. Whew. That's the way we got it. Have a beer on me, mate. I appreciate that, Rango. Very big. Game on's in house. I've got to get some light beers. I need light beers. I like what's that? The cool light beer they always have on TV with the old something. I'm waiting for Pulsechain to answer. Every time I forget a name, Pulsechain will be there to save me from that one. Crypto CR7's in house. Good morning, people. Good morning to you. Hex at 16.6 cents. Man. It is. Let's go back to the hourly just to give us a little bit of easier thing. We're right on that resistance here. Look at that. That's a new one, of course. From the low there. This is our key support line here. This is this last support here. 15.8 cents, and of course 15.5 was that next value level. So 15.5, 15.8. Let's hope we don't get there. Let's hope that we can recover here. Nothing is inevitable. We're just looking for support levels that may give us some sense of support there. But when markets are correcting, they correct, and that's what we see here. Down from almost 40,000, almost $6,500 in like 4.5 days. 4 days, is it 4 days? 6, yeah, 4 days, 3 days, 3.5 days. Pretty fast here. So that's what we get in crypto sometimes. We do have those. Typically, they say, was it the top maybe 10 days? You can make most of your gains and most of your losses in 10 days in a year in crypto. So that often holds true. And of course, you can see that in the crypto market, in the BTC market. Look at these. So this is a big correction there. You can see that there. A big correction here. So you can see the big gains going up, big losses going down. You can sort of kind of see it in the chart there with the fact that you get 1 or 2 days in there. Let's go to 1 year here. You can see that, you'd have big days where you get the gains, big gains. You have the big days or two that get a bit losses there as well. So cool. That's 1 year chart. Interesting looking chart, to be honest. So yeah, is that a rough head and shoulders there? Head, shoulders. I thought they had to be a lot more, have more symmetry in them, but one could argue that in a loose way. Cool. Let's look at a 1 day chart here. Looking pretty good. Hey, we've got 75 people watching at the moment. Pretty cool. I think we had over 80. So that was pretty nice. Good to see everybody in the house, by the way. Let's see what else we got here. 89 likes, folks. Smash the likes out. Heading on up to 200 likes there for sure. Bintang says Pulsechain. Yeah, Bintang beers from Bali, man. With Matt. Good old Matt. Hey, Matt, if you're out there, man, we're thinking of you, bro. And yeah, hearts are with you, bro. And yeah, definitely Bintang beers for you, man. What else we got going there? Good morning. Copy says Tintop. Hey, Bob, the guy's in the house with a $5.55. Man, I don't know what is it when we see a $5.55 or a $3.69. There's something special about that. I don't know. That's pretty awesome. Maybe join the future. Not usually up this late, but everybody gets a fiver SC from Santa Bob. Hey, appreciate that, Bob. There we are. Big bow down to you as well. So nice. D Money's in the house here. Now, D Money's entry is always so flashy. I'm here, and of course, we now know. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of those old Victorian times when people used to announce people arriving to a ball or something. So it's pretty cool, D Money. What else we got? Dingle says, just got home from work, seeing the chart go down, don't understand, close to getting copy. Back to work I go. Yeah, just the sentiment, Dingle Wolf. Sentiment, massive pullback in the crypto markets. It is significant. So what I say is about 16% or something like that. So it is a pretty big pullback. Let's have a look at the weekly there. And actually, what happened to my chart? Did I do something funny with this chart? Seems to have gone awry there. Weekly chart there. I don't think it's showing weekly, is it? Weekly. Weekly, it's gone really awry. Yeah, I think it's about 16-17% there. Hey, Dr. Gonzo's in the house with the 10-pounder. Hey, thanks for the stream, suit man. So useful for us crypto noobs. I appreciate that, Dr. Gonzo. Big bow down to you as well. And of course, that's enough to buy some good bangers and mash. Am I right? I think so. So I got the Bintang beer. I got some bangers and mash. That's the whole living the dream. And I can watch my sci-fi program tonight, which is Star Trek. From the looks of it, Star Trek New Worlds Episode 1. So I'm sitting pretty nice there. I appreciate that. Big shout out to you. And of course, let's see what happens. Good morning, Stella. Yeah, I don't know why that's not showing up there. I did have a Dr. Gonzo up there as well. Exomnium is in the house there. BTC and ETH together was the MC of BTC only this year. Market cap, okay, yep, that's true. That's some interesting numbers there. Market cap really falling, isn't it? So let's have a look at CoinGecko, because CoinGecko kind of, oh no, I can actually see it on here, can't we? I thought we could, but maybe I can't there. Have we got the bubbles? Have we got the bubbles in here? Bubbles. Bubbles. I thought I had bubbles. Crypto bubbles. So crypto bubbles here. I don't know if you've seen this site. Save it to your favorites if you haven't. Crypto bubbles, pretty cool little site there. So bam, put that on there. And of course we can see Tron. Is Tron still up 17? Is that really what's happening with Tron? Let me go to Tron. Is Tron really up 17% still? I know they're doing a big upgrade or something. I think that's what they were doing. Tron there. 8.4 cents. Okay. Doesn't say 17%. I'm not sure what that time frame is. I should just hit the chart there. I don't know why I just didn't hit the chart there. That's crazy stuff there. So there we are. I keep forgetting that features on this thing. But yeah, I like this thing. I thought it'd be cool if we could smash the bubbles around. I'm not sure if that if you can move the bubbles around. They kind of float themselves, but other than that, it's pretty neat. Where was it going? It's going to CoinGecko. Why was it going there? I cannot remember now. Cannot remember why I was going to CoinGecko. I think it was because someone made a comment. And let's see what the comment was. BTC and ETH together. That's now I know what my comment was. We're going to go to CoinGecko and pull up the markets and have a look at the market cap. So global cryptocurrency market cap today, 1.672 trillion. Ouch. We were up over 3 trillion, weren't we? Or was it even 4 trillion, was it? Now, let me think. 1.6. Yeah, we were at least 3 trillion, I think it was 3.3 or something like that. I'm trying to remember the all-time high for this, the market cap there. Have we got that on here? I can't remember if we have market cap. Maybe we do. Let me have a look. Yeah, we were up over. Look at this, man. We were up over. Let me just forget max there. Let's do 90. That's not 90 days, is it? I want 100 days. Why don't I have a year on here? I should have a year on here. Have I got no? Let me just zoom. I can probably zoom, right? So let me just zoom on here. There we go. That's better. All right. So I don't panic. Don't panic when you can zoom in on the chart. Forget about the zoom feature. So 3,680,068 billion dollars was the high price of the market cap on CoinGecko, 9th of November 2021. So that's some pretty insane nice time there. And of course, we take that till now. That's November, December, January, February, March. So what's that, within 6 months? So wow, 3 trillion down to 1.6 trillion, wiped off the face of the earth. That's pretty intense, man. That's like 1.3, 1.4 trillion dollars wiped off within 6 months. Man, oh man, oh man, as I always say on this channel for some reason. But wow, that's incredible. Yeah, that's crazy stuff right there. Tron doing pretty well at stage in the high volume. Top gainers there as well. Cool. All right, so down for 3 trillion, down to 1.3, 1.4. This is the way it is at the moment. Bam. All right, cool. Let's go back to the Hex chart. Hex is currently 16.7. Hedron is 1390. And Maxi is looking good on the ratio, 47% above the X price. A beautiful premium. And of course, the price is 24.57 cents at the moment. So looking pretty good. Like I say, the 12th for me, if it holds up past the 12th like this, that's a game changer. I think that's going to bode well for the premium over time, subject to, of course, to the markets. The markets can do all sorts of weird stuff to tokens. Pulsechain is coming, though. Pulsechain is coming, and that is super exciting. That will benefit these pulse-centric tokens a lot, for sure. P33 at 46 cents, and PulseDoge at 1 cent, and PulseDoge coin at 254. So that's where we are at this stage. Hope you guys like that update. We're going at 146 minutes, and looking good there. Get Hex in the house there. Howdy from Get Hex Island, and of course that's so cool. Let me pull this in. Hope you don't mind me playing this. I might play this if I can. Let me get here Hex stakes. So we're talking about Hex stakes, right? So we're talking about Hex at a price here, and of course we got Get Hex had 8 grandchildren. I think it was 8 grandchildren. Yeah, I think it was 8 grandchildren, all coming in to stake Hex, and of course that was a really cool video that we played of that. So it was very cool. So they were staking Hex there. Maybe one shot. So probably I might edit that down a little bit just to cut down to the main part, but it was pretty cool. So big shout out to Get Hex there, onboarding her grandchildren. Fantastic. The game in the house as well. Ivan on Tech would be proud of these morning streams. This gamer. Yeah, that's true. Ivan Tech. I haven't seen. I used to watch him a lot too. Used to watch Ivan. Used to watch a lot of those guys. Let me just think of who they are now. Ivan on Tech. 13. What was his name? Something 13. I can't remember the names. But anyway, I used to watch all those guys as well. Let me look. James Bond in the house. The US futures in the red. Another stock dump incoming for tonight's US Open, I believe. Yeah. How many times when the market's in red on the futures before the night do they end up red on the live day the following? That's probably an interesting question as well. Let me pull up YouTube. Actually, let me pull up YouTube. I'm going to pull up that because I want to have a look quickly at some of the Bitcoin streamers. I've just forgotten their names. Bitcoin channels. I don't know if that works. Some of these names here. Coin Bureau. Used to watch a bit of that. What else is there? I thought some of these guys would be up here. This one's here's doing Bitcoin live signals. Trying to think some of these guys. Hey, Hex Token there doing Bitcoin on the front page. No, that's pretty cool. What else have we got going on there? Pulse abides. We'll talk about that. No. I'm just trying to find these guys. Yeah, they've obviously got BitBoy there. Max Crypto on BitBoy. I'm trying to. It's not a list of the big streamers though. It's happening to get some of the guys I know. I can't see any of the guys that I'm familiar with here. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, so none of the guys are familiar there. Probably should have got a list up there. I might get a list on future. What else we got going there? We got Rangus if Tron can sit at like 3 cents. Pulse will hit 7 cents easy. That's true. Is it good or bad for Pulsechain to come out now in the bear market? Only if the Bitcoin goes under 3,000, in my view, because it's all about asset values. Obviously, I think we can still do super big X returns more likely with more value coming in. GetX says BTC going to 25k. Let's hope not, GetX. Let's hope not. I tweet Bubbles to add some. Add some features. Oh, nice. Charles Stark says, can you explain how validators work for PLS? I understand LP farms a little and single stake pools PLX, but what about the validators? Is there a chance of loss? No chance of loss there, Charles. The only thing is that obviously if you're in a validator that has a lot of penalties, then that would be limiting your income that you might earn them. The problem is that at first when the validator is operating, the blocks are so empty. And we asked Dave Feder, who's the number one at the moment in the validators, and he said, the blocks are so empty, like 1% or something. I mean, obviously they're going to fill up pretty fast, in my view. I think they're going to do pretty well, but the volume's so low, right? The volume's so low, and the price so low, the fees are so low on the volume, so they don't get that much volume through. So it's not going to be a real winner. I think in terms of the volume that you're accumulating, and so things like maybe third-party dApps might offer people more chance to get more Pulse. The one thing I would say is if you're chasing more volume and Pulse, don't sell your Pulse into another token to get more Pulse. I wouldn't do that if you can avoid it, because you really don't want to do that. Obviously, liquid loans is really for bigger holders if you're going to do USDL lending, but you can just trade some assets for loan token and log that and put that in. Validators will be relatively low, but there will be third-party dApps that you would be able to get some Pulse. There's going to be some free Pulse out there with free Pulse. Internet Money is looking to do Pulse drops to people that use their wallet. So there's going to be ways of people getting more Pulse, more Pulse that way. Obviously, people with one-side staking pools will be able to sell some of that for more Pulse. So there are ways of getting more Pulse, but getting Pulse on Pulse, be very careful out there with that. And there will be some third-party options. But once again, don't sell your Pulse. Be careful which contracts you enter into with your Pulse if you're going to stake it to earn more Pulse. But obviously, if you haven't checked out the Pulsechain ecosystem that we did with BZT here on this channel, check that out because it was covering a lot of those sort of projects that had Pulse as dividends. But I certainly wouldn't want to sell your Pulse for a token that gives you Pulse. That's like giving up your Pulse. Your Pulse is your most valuable thing. Obviously, if something goes wrong with that contract or this or that, you'll lose your Pulse. And you've waited so long. You've waited since July last year for your Pulse. So don't take risks that you don't need to take. Your best thing is just to hold your existing Pulse, even if you can't accumulate more Pulse for some reason, and just let the price do its thing, man. If the price goes 1,000x, who cares if you got extra Pulse? You already got Pulse, baby. You know what I mean? It's like that's the main game in town. So yeah, and obviously PulseX is also going to be amazing too. So yeah, here's David Fedder's one. He's the top validator at the moment, and of course he's only earned, look at this, 48 Pulse here so far. So not a lot, and he just says because the block's not got much in it, and you don't earn a lot of volume. Obviously, that's going to go up over time, but you got to wait out that period, and of course, the validators will wait that out. And of course, as the volume increases with the block use, the Pulse goes up. You got both the volume and the price going up over time as a validator. It gets better off. It will eventually get more valuable to you, and not only as a validator, the one that's operating the computers, but also the people that are staking with them. So when you take your Pulse, you delegate it to the validator, and of course that helps support the chain. That's pretty much that. So you've got a lot of stuff here with the rules. You can go down and see all the details here on the rules page, and I'll post this in the chat there if you want to read that up. It's well worth reading, and you can get a lot of extra information. But basically, the validator rewards there, if they're in rotation, you only get rewards from stakers that are in rotation. So that means that the top 33 will be in rotation. And of course, what that means is that I believe they get to confirm one block at a time, and then it swaps to the next validator, and it swaps around like that. That's what I mean by that. So, and obviously being in rotation means that you're also operating in the top 33 blocks there. So validator rotation occurs every 28,800 blocks. This is 3-second block times. So that's about obviously 3 times more or so than Ethereum. And of course, so that's about every 24 hours at the target of 3-second blocks. There is a maximum of 33 validators in rotation at any given time. At the time of rotation, all of the following occur. In rotation, validators are paid any fees they've earned over the last cycle, with the automatic distributions coming to their stakers. All pending stakes become real stakes. And of course, validators slash accounts decay. Validators are ranked by their total stake, and the top 33 are selected in the next cycle. So that's the key stuff there. Obviously, validators that are below are not in the top 33, and you get ranked by the amount of pulse that people have delegated or staked with you. That's how the validators get ranked. Otherwise they'll be out of the top 33. And of course, if you've got a small amount of pulse, then you may not be able to stake with the big staking ones at the top there. You may be able to stake with the smaller ones, and of course that would be good for you being able to get there. You need 0.01% to be able to stake with validators. So here it is under staking here. Only stakers with at least 0.1% of the share of the validator stake are eligible for the rewards. So that is what you need. You need at least that much pulse. Obviously, if you only got a small amount of pulse at the moment, I think that if you stake with the smallest validator, so if you go to all the ones in green in rotation, they're in the top 33. And of course, you can see at the moment, the next rotation, remember 28,800 blocks. The next rotation is in 13,671 blocks. Estimated time there, Eastern, 6:25. So it gives you an idea of the clock that's going on every 24 hours. But if you scroll right down to the bottom here, you'll see the smallest validator in rotation. So in green, in rotation, yes. This is called X Mission here. They've had no misdemeanors or felonies, so that's good. If they get misdemeanors or felonies, that can penalize the revenue that they earn. And of course, they also have their own revenue share. So some validators will give you more of the revenue, and others will give you less, of course. So at the moment, this has only got 6.3 billion pulse or test pulse with it. So that's how much people have staked with it. So very small compared to number 1 up here with David. David Feder here has got almost 231 billion test pulse in this validator. So way bigger at a massive factor there. So the factor is, let me just do that, 230 divided by 6 is a factor of 38 times bigger. So 38 times more people staking there pretty much is the way to go. Now this validator here is earned about 16 test pulse. This will probably be more profitable, but they give 96% of their revenue out in this group. So it's pretty cool. All you have to do is click the plus button and you can add your amounts to the test pulse there. So that'd be pretty cool. Have I got anything there? Yeah, so I could put this much in here. Now the minimum, of course, if I only put in say 50,000, it's going to tell me what the minimum amount. The minimum amount of 0.1% of stake requirement is currently, for this is the smallest validator. I would need a minimum of 651,332 test pulse here. So if I've got that much, I'm a very small holder of pulse, then this would be the one I could go with. But once again, the sharing is going to be really slow. It's only earning a little bit of test pulse here at the moment, and then as obviously as the blocks fill up, then of course you'll get a lot more rewards in terms of volume. But probably third-party DATs will probably offer a lot of better value to some others. Then of course there's a risk trade-off there. Some of them might be relatively safe, others may not be. I'm talking about earning pulse on pulse, by the way, not on earning like selling other tokens that you have and then buying pulse with them. So that's cool. Now, obviously there's a lot more detail on the rules, and you can read them here. So I posted that in the chat there. Staking here. Stakers can add stakes to any number of validators. Stakers added to a validator currently in rotation will be considered pending until the next rotation. After adding stake or to any given validator, staker must wait a full cycle, 28,800 blocks, before removing the stake. So you are locked in there for a cycle, which is about a day. So depending on when you went in, of course. Stakers will be paid based on the validator's revenue share and a proportion of overall stake. So for example, if the validator has 50% revenue share and 2 stakers exist, with 2 and 3 pulse delegated, then the stakers will receive 20 and 30% of the validator's reward respectively. So that's in percentage points. And the remaining 50% will go directly to the validators. That's how that works. So cool. And there's lots of details there about the validators. You can read about their responsibilities there. Hopefully that helps on that one. Hex is at 16.7 cents, and we're coming up to 2 hours, which is pretty nice. I've got 74 people watching. Don't forget to smash out the like button. We're up to 105 likes. Woohoo! We did it. We did it, team. And of course, how are we doing on the subscribers? If you haven't hit the subscribe button there, smash the subscribe button. So cool. Oh, actually, we're going up there, but I think YouTube must have done some calibration and taken some subscribers off. Maybe we had some scam bots subscribers. 6 hours and 4 more to go. Let's get fudging go. 6 hours, 4 more to go. Says Dana. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Not lost, just transferred to smarter hands, says James Bond. And that's well, it's kind of been wiped off, but I get what you're saying there. Ringo says Tron TRX launched was 0.02 at like 23 cents. Yeah, man, that's exciting. I'm confident RH will not give 24 hours notice before launch for Pulse, says Dinglewolf. Will not give any notice. That would be interesting. So we have two ideas there, that we'll get a 3 or 4 day launch, or that we won't get any launch, is the idea. So Dinglewolf saying that he doesn't think we will get a launch for Pulse. That's definitely a possibility there. Yeah, that's, I don't know, it's pretty close. I'm like 60-40 in that camp, 40% that might be the case. Obviously, that avoids liquidity being pulled, because we would expect liquidity to be pulled out of the Hex ETH pair before Pulsechain if there was a notice, right? So I think you might be right, Dinglewolf. You might be proven right with that. Delegating to a validator is zero risk. As far as I know, you don't get penalized. Only the validator. That's correct. Yeah, only the validator does. Yeah. Anthony Shep says, don't forget, you got to watch Hangover again. Lol. Definitely a must. Yeah, Hangover. Yeah, got to watch that again. Man, let me write that down so I don't forget. Hangover. I mean, I'm gonna have a great night of TV tonight. Hangover and Star Trek. It's gonna be cool. Hangover, cool. And hey, Pulse Beta's in house there. How's it going? Hey, good to see you, Pulse Beta. Always a pleasure. And I fed it all the way. Yeah, Fed's very, very cool guy. And he takes a nice balanced approach just to things. He's pretty cool. Get Hex says Iron Life future financially secure. That's right. Altcoin Daily, cryptos are us, says Pulse Beta. Yeah, they're big ones there. I was trying to think of the guy, the blonde guy. I'm gonna cover some of the Bitcoiners in another one. I'm gonna come up for that. That's cool. Get Hex says, yeah. I'm just gonna refresh my memory. Once I refresh my memory, I'll have it go there. I've been so much into Richard Hart ecosystem that I've stopped watching a lot of those guys that I used to watch back in 2017 or whatever it was. Again, says move to earn. It's kind of sino. Tentot says I like the money GPS dude, David. Yeah, he is just interviewed Michael Saylor. I wish he'd interview RH. I also wish that guy was a Hexkins Tintop. Hey, once Pulsechain is out, man, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more Hexkins out there. Pulse Beta says Data Dash, that's who I was thinking of. And of course, Data Dash has done an interview with Richard. The Mon Investor, yeah, and that bloke with the scuffy beard. Yeah, I was thinking, well, who's the blonde guy that always, I don't want to say it on live stream because it's not very polite. He's a cool guy, but it's he's always hyped up, like massively hyped up. I can't remember his name. I was thinking of swapping some liquid Hex for PLS. Hex for PLS. I think there's a few people going to do that. Get Hex. So Rango says, when Dex December 2017 bubble coming back, says Rango. Oh my gosh. Chico Crypto, that's him. Yeah, Chico Crypto. Yeah, let's pull it up there while we're here. We're up to 2 hours. I was going to finish live stream soon, but we'll keep going for a little bit as we're going to cover some of these ones here. Chico Crypto. I still watch some of Chico Crypto's videos. I watch them on Odyssey, actually, not YouTube. Yeah, I watch Chico Crypto, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. I actually like his videos. Sometimes he does, he's actually very good. He's very good, but he does something. He goes into certain. He tries to attach. He's a synthesizer. He tries to link up things and then does stuff. But he's very good. I actually do like him a lot. Trying to think of that. Alizo Resenti. I used to follow this guy. I think he's very good. He's not always right, but he's very good. So he's pretty good. I used to follow him. Now I'm just trying to think of the blonde guy because he's absolutely he's so entertaining. Honestly, S&P 500. We may hit the low before the US session. Going to be an interesting US market open. That'd be interesting. Hex GT. And lies beneath in the house. Hello all. Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the one. That is the ultimate strategy. We are with you, man. We are with you. And get access. So what happens with all the test PLS once mainnet goes live? It becomes irrelevant. Get Hex. We're going to get fresh airdrops based on the SAC balances into Pulsechain, and of course the Damien bot harvesting, all that good stuff is going to add on to that. So it's going to be awesome. The Origin account gets it, etc. Snana says, midnight here, Superman, nodding out. I hope my Wrench 6 team stands strong. Tomorrow's another day. See ya. Woohoo. Hey, it's Snana. I appreciate it. Peace out for you, man. And keep up awesome work. You are such a great community member. Very, very cool. Get says, oh, okay. What else happened? Charles Stuck's in the house with 1,000 yen. Appreciate the response. Hey, Charles. Woohoo. Bow down to you. And, of course, in the name of the samurai, I love Japan, man. So big shout out to you, Charles. Appreciate that 1,000 yen. Nice. Man. Japan's one of the places I want to go to in the world. I just love that place. I don't know. It's almost got like a bit of that culture in me naturally, if you know what I mean. It's really, really cool. Testnet stays. Testnet says game on. Yep. And that's yen, not dollars. Lol says Charles Stark. Yeah. No. I read the yen. Was on to that, so I appreciate that big time. Man. I've done a lot of study in Japan too. Love the place. I think it's so cool. I do think that if you go to Japan, you do need to be able to speak Japanese. I think it's kind of a must over there as well. So as always, bye MM Crypto. That's it. MM Crypto. That's who I was thinking of. MM Crypto, man. MM Crypto. That's who I'm thinking of, man. This guy's huge now, but he's so charismatic. This is MM Crypto, man. This guy, 545,000 subscribers. OMG. He is really good. He is just an epic dude, man. This guy, MM Crypto, man. I mean, he's way over the top sometimes, but he is so entertaining. If you want to be hyped up about crypto, this guy is a non-stop hyper. He is so good. Look at all his screenshots, man. He is so cool. But yeah. Him and of course, who's the compadre? I'm trying to think. He often live streams with a guy that's technically quite a good comment. I'm just trying to see whether he's got his one in here. Can't see it. Look at all the faces stuff here. This is a crazy guy. I bet he's watching the chat right now, right? He'll be watching the Bitcoin chat because he's probably got a lot of Bitcoin. So I'm just trying to think. We've got a lot of here. The moon. He does a lot of collabs with the moon. Here's the moon here. How many subs he got now? 550,000 subs. So he's actually ahead slightly. The moon obviously does his stuff. Now he was pretty humble. This is the TH commentator doing stuff. His young TA, he's done pretty well as well. So he's pretty cool. I used to follow him. I don't follow these guys as much anymore, but they were kind of cool. And who else was it? Moon, and of course 13. Just trying to think of. I don't have the collab. I'm trying to think of the guy that this guy here. So this guy here, I can't remember his name now. Let me see here. So here they're all together. Now this is all together here. In this video, I'm going to show. There's all of them together. Let me just pull this up. I thought this was pretty funny. And bam, let's get on there. So here they are all together. What's this guy's name? What's that guy's name? I'm just trying to think what his name is. This guy's name, I just can't remember his name, but he's really good. He's normally a good Bitcoin commentator. He sold his whole house to buy Bitcoin. That's how convinced he was. And obviously you got Moon there. Who else is in here? Let's just jump to some of these. Just trying to see. You got oh, look at, they got Vitalik in there as well, who used to be doing a comedian stuff. He's got a bit of an interesting history, that guy. And then of course you've got the other guy on this right here. So pretty funny. Anyway, so that's some of those commenters and Bitcoin maxis and stuff, but they're all over the place for sure. Anyway, sorry for diverting, but it's interesting people out there. PulseDoge says blonde German guy lives in Dubai and hangs out with that African American guy dude for the Bitcoin quotes. Yeah, what's his name though? Da Vinci 17, Da Vinci 19, something like that. Da Vinci. That's it. I knew it would come to me. I trolled Chico Crypto live chat says that's funny, man. Crypto Panther, Carl the Moon. Yeah, Carl the Moon. So we've got him. James Bond says Japan is a wonderful country. Absolutely is. And who else is in there? We got MM Crypto. That's him. Lark Davis, aka Crypto Lark. Right. Sunny decreases possibility. Yep. MM Crypto is a moon boy. He is a moon boy. Game on, but he's entertaining, right? And that's what a lot of people like, especially the speculators. The speculators in crypto, because we're into Richard Hart stuff, right? We're into deferred gratification. Trying to be not too risky, but when you're out in that world, in that crypto market, they're jumping on the next best thing, right? They're all looking for the next big project, right? So they're all jumping. including Bitcoin Maxis and stuff like that. So yeah, Carl the Moon, yeah, Carl the Moon. Happy Chris and Mo says get Hex. Oh, I haven't checked that one out. I'll try and check that out. Superman, can you do some cryptos like facial expressions? Says James Rose. I can't even do it, man. You gotta have a certain amount of. I was gonna make a comment, but I don't want to make the comment because I don't want to be, I don't want to have it on YouTube. But anyway, Pulsechain says I used to watch them all, but we're mostly Bybit shillers that wreck people. That's so true, Pulsechain. I forgot about that. They were shilling Bybit a lot, and of course, they would have made a killing on the revenue and accumulating Bitcoin. So it was a win-win for them. They really couldn't lose. Carl Moon sacrifice for Pulsechain, says James. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, because obviously he had the interview with Richard too. Yeah, he is good. Yeah, I like Carl. He's a good guy. Da Vinci JJ or something. Da Vinci 19 or 17. One of those things there. And Da Vinci's a nice guy too. But like again, they're part of that sort of that Bitcoin shulker. But yeah, I do like them a lot though. I do like them. Crypto Face sacrificed as well. Yeah. Carl the Moon, yeah, nice one, Brendan. So yeah, but these guys are going to be shilling Pulsechain, man. When it comes, man, PulseX, they're going to be shilling it. So just hold on for that Vitalik. Haha, yeah, MX Crypto Arts, yeah. Who needs to sleep? Says Tortoise Johnny. I don't know. We got a few people that are dropping off here at the moment, so we are up at 2 hours 10. Normally I don't code quite this long. MM Crypto did a live stream with RH a while back. I must go back and watch that DX, and I've probably forgotten about it. I watched these things, but I've probably forgotten about it. That's for sure. Four Flies, Sammy Loyal. Says Rare Group. Hey, Rare Group, good to see you in the chat. Pulsar Beta, no, says that's great. You're a natural Superman, says James. But you clip that? Yeah, you're terrible. You're terrible. I'm like that guy. Remember that little Asian kid or Asian guy goes like this on the GIF clips. Shitty Sheep says Carl is a straight up scammer, says Shitty Sheep. Yeah, like I said, I don't follow them. I never ever use their links or anything. I enjoyed their entertainment. Let's put it that way, Shitty Sheep. I wasn't going to be jumping on that bandwagon. It's a part of my first name, says Game On. And Dr. Gonzo says time for work. Thanks, man. Have a great one every day. I appreciate it, Dr. Gonzo. Thanks for the super sticker, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Tortoise Johnny says got the big strong arm, and Game On says Game on. Okay, I'll try and say that properly in the future. Game On, and only joking. Game on, says Pulse Beta. Nice one. All right, so we're at 16.7 cents on X. Hedron is 13.66. Maxi at 24.4, and of course the premium over Hex is looking really good. It's funny, I did say 40%. It has so far been above what I said, 46. But let's see if it can get much further away from that over the next couple of days. I think the 10-day test of 12th of May, and we'll see how it goes. At the moment, it's holding up very well against the onslaught of the crypto market. So this onslaught here. So yeah, hey, we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. It's coming back a bit. Let's hopefully it will get back to 44.5, 45.5, 46.5. If it did that, that'd be pretty impressive because sentiment's not in favor at this stage. And of course, PLSD at $2.57, P33 at 46 cents, and PulseDoge at 1 cent still. And Gwei at the moment looking gorgeous at the moment. Well, it was looking gorgeous now, 29. Not 29, but has been pretty good most of the time we're doing the live session. Brendan says Crypto Face was the only big YouTuber that bought Hex and talked about it, says Brendan. I think I remember that, Brendan. Crypto Face, yeah. Not from Jamaica, are you, says Possible. We're from Jamaica, man. That's how we're doing it. That's how we do it here, folks. That's something that I love the Jamaican accents, like cool. Tortoise Johnny says, did you know they have an actual chat room on the blockchain with free Pulse.io? Yes, I have seen that. We've actually looked at that a couple of times. James Bond says, Crypto gives me anxiety attacks. The guy is so intense, lol. Yeah, James Bond, I know. I watch him for like a couple of minutes. That's as much as I can do. But he makes me laugh during that period, and then it's just too much. I agree with you. Carl the Moon has made almost $1 billion from crypto madness. I wouldn't be surprised they're cryptonomous. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. more like a daemon. And PulseDoge says, yeah, he is a weird dude that walks around barefoot everywhere. Not like every year. PulseDoge is my name. Is Celtic. Is Gaemon. Nice. All right, cool. I think that's pretty good, folks. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's pretty awesome. I think we've done a pretty good job today. It's currently 7:20 p.m. in the evening here. Probably a good time for me to wrap up. But like I say, if Hex does do a breakout, you know me, I'll be jumping on the channel. We're currently at 16.5 cents at the stage. And, of course, we've got new support here. And then, of course, our other support down here at 15.8. Let's hope that it's not inevitable we go down. So hopefully we defend this line. And that's the way it goes. 2 hours and 15 minutes, I think it's pretty good. Hex Token, it was the coach for the Jamaican bobsled team. Yeah. I watched that movie too. That was a pretty good movie. And Gael means courageous. That's a pretty nice name. Courageous, pretty nice. Hex Machine says bloodbath incoming, says Hex Machine. We've got the emojis there from James Bond. Just Token Bro says Brennan. Suitman is a legend. Subscribe, you mopo, says Rolls about it. That's funny. Cheers for the stream, says Mixed Crypto Arts. You're welcome. And James Bond says thanks as well. Let me just type out my thanks there. So don't forget to smash out the like, hit the subscribe, and see you in Discord. I will be there, of course, as well, and we'll be staying tuned with this price. If we do a nice strong bounce back on Hex, which we know is going to come, we will catch you on there. Let me do some emojis here. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Cool. All right, there's some emojis looking good. Thanks for watching. Legend Suitman. See you soon, says Hex GT. See you soon. The Hex Existentialist is in the house. Cheers. And of course, there are the emojis. Take care. There's 61 of you out there, folks. Katie's out as well. Night all. And take care. I will see you later. I'm going to be watching Star Trek and, of course, the Hangover. Hangover. That's what I'm going to be doing. Peace out, family, says Brennan. Take care, says Lies Beneath. Possibly stay away from the sheep. Super. That's funny, man. That's not going to happen. I know we have a lot of sheep in New Zealand, but I think we'll be fine here. All right, take care.